Oh, hi there. It's time to play The Legend of Zelda. Not that one, though. Oh, not that one. It's this one. We're playing this one. We're playing The Legend of Zelda. I am your host, Lonk, and I am here to legendarily Zelda 'em up. I'm here to waggle. I'm here to haggle. Everyone's like, oh, look at all these funny videos for Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, well, here's the real funny video. You know what I'm saying? Real gamers know. All these fake gamers out there being like, oh, look at this delightful phallic object I built using the power of the Nintendo. No. Nah. Listen. That game already exists. It's called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. You're not fooling anyone. Okay? That game came out 15 years ago. See, even the dog agrees with me. He's going forward. Because he agrees with me. You may be saying, isn't it a little early to do this? And the answer is probably. But I like this. Got to get this Joy-Con drift dealt with. Is this going to end with me buying more fucking Joy-Cons? Because I'm not too good for it. I'll pay Daddy Nintendo his... Oh. He did not. He did not. Great, because you can see the drift happen. What a well-designed controller. this? Is the game gonna give me more bombs? Okay, thanks for that. Everyone's favorite Zelda character. The Sword Lady. People love Sword Ladies. If Xenoblade has taught me anything, it's that if your sword was a woman with thoughts and feelings, a sentient being, and also a massive rack, is my sword? Okay, thanks, Mom. It's also good because controls in this game are similar to, but not identical to, those found in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This small little obscure indie game. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I think it's gonna be a big deal. God, oh. Nintendo. Wouldn't want me to say some gamer words, would you, Nintendo? Fiddlesticks. Heck. Fine, no one's gonna hear this. I can say whatever I want. If you're watching the archive to this, first off, please like and subscribe to Twitch channel, and by that I mean once the Twitch channel gets a certain number of subscribers, I believe I can set it for 10, I will start preparation in earnest for the geometric shape TBD of dubious character actions. Tower, hex grid, a rhombus, hey, do you have any extra bombs for me? I need them to solve puzzles. They're weirdly stingy with them. You may be saying, why aren't you streaming the exact same game everyone else is already streaming? To that I say, what fun is that? Listen, they really wanted this bird to be the next hippo. Okay. All the kids out there being like, yeah, I love my sky chicken. They love the sky chicken.
Oh yeah. Haha.
I need so many ornamental skulls.
Okay.
Fix my shield, shield man.
Haha.
Alright, creepy man, tell me about my fortune. Listen, that guy seems like someone who maybe is not allowed within 500 feet of an elementary school. Or maybe he's the guy who is like, he's got some strong feelings about cryptocurrency.
Hi.
Think yes. Invest in Skyward Coin. Yeah. Yeah, the vampires are smooching all the time. I found myself once again in front of a fire temple. It seemed I would have to swing my sword around in order to figure out what to do next. I'm going to make a hard save here in case I run out of bombs again. Telling me the sequel to Breath of the Wild is also the sequel to this game? Impossible. Yay! Listen, I've played Tears of the Kingdom. It's just instead of playing that, I'm playing this right now. Also, instead of playing that, I played Advance Wars. And I've beaten the campaign for Advance Wars 1 now. That's a lot of lava! Instead of playing that, you're petting a cat? I mean, yeah. Oh! Got a Crash Bandicooting. People, and I'm not gonna name and shame, but people are like, you know, I just don't really like motion controls. And I'm over here being like, look at this waggle. Look at this waggle! Not that I would name and shame anyone. The wrong-headedness of the people who... Was that a Southern accent? No, listen, I wasn't doing an impersonation of anyone specifically. I'm just saying that I was looking at eBay copies of Vampire Rain. If you want to talk about, like, real bad choices. Oh, she was bound by the chain. No, Vampire Rain is an Xbox 360 exclusive stealth game. Oh, look, it's Girahim. He's all like, sorry, babe. I hear the new Zelda game has a Bara Daddy version of Ganon, and we can't have that. Oh no. Are any of the Blood Rain games character action games? Yeah, kinda. I played Blood Rain 2 on this very channel. Oh no. Not Rockma. Scaldera. That's just a bomb.
Zelda.
It's me. Yeah, I'm playing this hot new Zelda game for the Switch there.
Hi, it's me, Zelda.
Yeah, it's me,
Protagonist from
Zelda Touched It. Okay, apparently you can just pick up the bombs and put them in your pouch?
What, the bomb flower?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wish
Never
I
been
had
like
known
that
that. That would have made this boss fight a lot shorter.
Only here in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's what I'm making this fun little wacky contraption right now. It's like, haha, hoo-hoo, look at me. I made a phallic-looking object that explodes. Look at this TikTok.
Yeah, Brayden?
Yeah,
I haven't played this game yet.
yeah.
I bet this is better than Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay. Okay, contrary man.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
I
Definitely don't
know
like
Tears
any
of the
games other
Kingdom is the
people
nuts
love.
and bolts sequel I maybe wanted.
I don't like nuts and bolts.
See, there's your problem. Lack of fun.
I don't think nuts and bolts is fun at all.
That's a weird way of saying fun.
Also, the old Phantom movies are also bad, so it's kind of par for the course for that franchise.
No, they're great. I love collecting random garbage. It's my childhood. Just you wait. The wheel. The wheel of questionable third-person character platformers, whereupon you collect things.
Brayden,
Yeah.
can I make you play Knack 2 with me?
Knack 2? Oh, I will absolutely play fucking Knack 2 with you.
I legitimately like Knack. I want to play Knack 2 at some point.
I will play Knack 2 with you. That's on the PS Plus tier. That's on one of those PS Plus tiers, right? Surely that will be worth
Maybe?
a month. This guest
Oh,
is a
Yatsu,
monster.
that sounds hard.
Yeah.
I feel like fighting a Zelda boss, apropos of nothing, just like being handed a controller and say beat a boss in a video game. Hard.
When the boss was venerable, yeah. Oh, Link. Link a little
Proportions are
Lonk.
all weird.
That's right. It's Lonk. You cannot go to him, Your Grace. Remember what we discussed.
Is that Sheikah?
I believe that is Impa. Yeah.
Impa. Impa, that's her name.
There. Yes. There's always a elf boy. There's always an elf girl. There's always a bomb.
Best Impa?
Uh.
I think it's Ocarina of Time for me.
I mean, I know the Breath of the Wild Muso had like young hot Impa, so
Oh, I don't know, man. Middle-aged, isn't taking your shit.
it took you far too long to get here. You're fucking bad at video games.
Thick Dami Mommy Impa. It's my favorite.
Yep, that's right. Do my words anger, boy? Let them sting. If I had not come when you're dead, your Zelda would have already fallen into the hands of the enemy. The truth of it is you were late. You were late, and you failed to protect her. Why are you so dumb?
Says the person with face tattoos.
Listen, it works for Post Malone, okay?
Does it?
That man seems to be doing okay for himself.
Yeah, is that as a result of those? I feel like it's in spite of those.
I think Post Malone being the man with the face. Mike Tyson, another man who whose personal trajectory and face tattoos.
I'll happily talk shit about Mike Tyson now that he's much older. And it could probably still fuck me up, but
Oh, yeah.
I bet I could get away from it now.
Yeah. How do you feel about Mike Tyson mysteries?
I didn't watch it. Because why would I watch bad Scooby-Doo parody when I could just watch good Scooby-Doo?
That doesn't exist.
Brayden, one day you will watch Mysteries Incorporated, and you'll roll your eyes when what's-his-face shows up as himself, Harlan Ellison. But in general, you go like, oh wow, that show's great. You were right all along. As you are about everything.
You cannot confirm nor deny the effectiveness of face tattoos. So, one of my relatives has actually met Post Malone.
Now they have a face tattoo too?
No. But apparently he's a very nice guy.
Sure. He seems very,
Genuine.
yeah, earnest.
Earnest about the person he is.
Ernest Goes to a Post Malone concert is my favorite one of those.
Ah, wait. I've never seen an Ernest movie.
They're bad.
I bet they are!
They're really bad. Some people, it's basically just like slapstick humor. But
Comedy
like,
ages poorly. Comedy for children was never good. Jim Varney was a classically trained actor.
sure. Katsu, if you were a weird spirit person, wouldn't you just be like nonsensical and kind of mystifying your behavior?
I think the idea is that they want, Fi to come as like this fey, otherworldly thing. But the problem is she sucks. Because she's just a robot who lectures you.
Okay, we're coming back around.
Okay. If the robot's like, Master, your health is low.
Oh, now you're losing me. Why the fuck does Twitch keep recommending Billy Mitchell's channel to me?
Yeah, that seems like a fun channel. I'm sure he's not a man with like
some bad takes.
Yeah, some bad takes and an infinite number of chips on his shoulder because he's a fucking cheater. And I bet 100% that he's trying to do the Griftosphere thing.
Sure. Probably. You get that
I
hot sauce
have never
back
tried
into
his hot
circulation.
sauce.
I'm not a big hot sauce person.
I am.
I think I go for flavor over spice, mainly because if I actually want a spicy thing, you don't get that via sauce. That's like you go to a Thai restaurant and you say "fuck me up" and then they smile at you and then they fuck you
that's
up.
because they just put extra chili paste in the curry sauce.
Yeah, it does it. It does the job.
Yeah. I do like hot sauce.
Yeah, there was a place. There used to be a burrito place in the town where I grew up. That was great. They had just an absurd selection of different hot sauces and salsas of various spiciness.
Yes.
And that was great. And unfortunately, they closed because the guy died.
So there is a burrito place in my hometown that it's great because they are they are way too busy all the time because their food is super good and not expensive.
Business is booming.
Yeah. But as a result, that means, like, the optimal time to go and grab lunch is at, like, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we have a burger place. It's the same fucking thing. They make the best, like, fries and shakes and make very good burgers as well, like, in the county, but it's just such a pain in the ass to actually get food from them. And they will absolutely not ever open up another location.
Yep.
The creator has made a point of saying, despite the fact that they definitely could afford it.
Yeah, and it's one of those, in this particular case, it's like, it's a family business.
Yep.
And so it's like, y'all should hire more people or, like, get a bigger location because...
I mean, I can respect it, though. Like, they just want to make
Yeah.
their small thing.
Yeah. Anyway,
Also, I don't want to wait 30 minutes to get a burger, shake, and fries when I can get something of much less quality, but still kind of satisfies the urge from Dairy Queen.
Yeah. It depends. If it's like a very nice burger, I would consider it.
Burgers have a low ceiling.
Like, I'm never gonna... Like, here's the thing. I don't want to go to a fucking Red Robin.
Now, Red Robins, they take too long to make their fucking food.
Like, the thing about Red Robin is, like, if I'm paying $20 for a hamburger and infinite steak fries, y'all better, I'd better not be paying for it.
Yeah, it's too expensive and they take forever.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple locations in my life, and both of them were also in different states. So it wasn't like, oh, the one here, the one in the next county over.
Listen, if you want,
like half an hour to make a fucking burger. It's absurd.
if you want actual, like, speed, listen. Unfortunately for everyone involved, I think the high mark for, like, a consistent chain-wide quality of service is fucking Chick-fil-A.
Never been.
And yeah, they are always busy as fuck, and they go through that line so fast. Yeah, and
Okay, turns out the reason I've never been is because the closest one is 70 minutes from where I live.
yeah, that checks out.
Okay, where in the places I've lived has there been a Chick-fil-A? Okay, so I've never lived in an area where there's been a Chick-fil-A within an hour.
Yeah, well, they're only now just expanding over here.
They're mostly chicken sandwiches?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm not a big chicken sandwich person.
You're a minority.
I love chicken, just not in that format.
The chicken sandwich wars is one of those things that I find bizarre.
Is this another internet thing that
No,
I've just been
like
spared from?
every single Chick-fil-A, like
this is a fast food thing I've been spared from because I'm also not a big fast food person.
Because you're not me or Zombie Pie. No, it's a whole thing because, like, a bunch of fast food places have tried to do their own chicken sandwich.
Sure.
And
Presumably McDonald's has one.
yeah, McDonald's has one. Brian
Pretty sure
Cox
Dairy
will
Queen
tell you
has
about
one.
it.
In the most disinterested voice possible.
Sandwich. Yes, it's me. Have you seen Succession? I say, oh, fuck off. That's all I
Remember
know
when
about
I was a
Succession.
drunken Frasier? I do, Brian
That's all
Fox thing.
that's all I know about Succession, is he goes, oh, fuck off, a bunch. Oh, it's a robot.
It's the only good part of Super Troopers.
Sure.
Because none of those people are funny.
He's in,
Try to hurt as many people as I can today.
he's in Syndicate 2013.
That's
He's
right,
the
him and
villain.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, and it's just
I
like,
think there was
why?
another. Who was the the guy that was ranked above you? The guy like the boss of the game.
I don't remember.
I think he was. That might have been like Michael Madsen or somebody.
Michael Madsen was in
Dishonored.
Dishonored.
He actually does a good job in that.
He does.
Also starring Rosario Dawson
Yeah.
as Billy Luck.
She's not above a paycheck. She's Ahsoka in the live-action Star Wars things.
Yeah. I saw season 2 of Mandalorian, and then I stopped using Disney Plus.
You're fine.
It was like, that's a really great ending point for the story.
Yeah.
And then they said we made a third season, and they immediately get back with Grogu, and I'm like, oh, I'm not okay. Nope, I'm good.
Hey, people love the tiny Muppet.
I do too, but it was a good
No.
ending.
No, you don't understand.
What if there was more?
The best thing about 90% of Disney's output in the last decade especially is you can really just see the man in the suit going, okay, but how can we drive the game? And then, sometimes sometimes Andor happens accidentally.
I've heard good things about that one.
Which apparently is a show literally all about how it's okay to firebomb fascists.
Good. I'll watch that one.
I'll watch it at some point. People say it's good.
You can't trust people.
No, you can only trust me. Internet's own, twitch.tv/arbitrarywater.
Oh, the guy that played Hunted the Demon's Forge to completion.
Yeah. Me, the guy who played Hunted the Demon's Forge to completion. For the children.
The guy who promised 10 minutes ago to play through all of Act 2.
Whatever, man. I fucking played worse.
I don't think that's bad. Other people do it. Actually, no. The second one's the one that people apparently turned around on. People
I don't
like
know.
Knack 2?
It's one of those things where Knack 2, like...
Or
Knack,
is it ironic?
Yeah, like Knack became a meme because...
It was a PS2 game that
it was a PS...
showed up in 2014 or whatever.
Yeah, it was a PS4 launch game that was just like accidentally became a joke because it's such a cynical, we need a character mascot platformer to launch with for children.
Hey man, you know what?
That
I like video
Sackboy
games
game-
that are just video games.
Hey, guess what? That Sackboy game on PS5,
I don't own a PS5.
it's on PC as well. I have bad news.
Cool.
Sackboy's Big Adventure. You like
don't-
Super Mario 3D World.
I don't like when you say Sackboy.
I am a boy. Let me tell you about my sack. Ha ha ha.
Chris, get the fuck
joke.
out of here.
Sackboy. Sackboy, as they call him in France.
Sackboy.
Sackboy. In the South, yeah, they're like, hey, Sackboy.
It was one of the revolutionaries from the French Revolution, right?
Yeah.
Sackboy was the one that killed the king in the end.
Sackboy is the one who died in the bathtub. No, that's Marat. I'm sorry.
Marat was a 40k character.
That's also true. My favorite Eldar character, Marat.
Inquisitor General.
Yeah, Inquisitor General Marat.
Yeah, I think Cavill's gonna be him in some movie at some point.
I heard there was heresy amongst the Astartes. Okay, there. Man, I bet being the person who writes 90% of those Black Library novels is real easy. Because there's probably like a very strict brand guide that's like, you are not allowed to have characters show any ounce of humanity.
Yeah, I think it's maybe the one thing about 40k I wish that more stories would delve into is the idea of people, like, there definitely are good people in that
And
universe,
also
but
there
what's
has to
interesting
be,
about them is that their morality is not what we would consider to be good, because there's all sorts of aspects of that culture, of, like, the culture of 40k that are just nightmarish, like servitors, which are just normal things.
Yeah.
But there can still be people who are good by their standards.
Yeah. Well, yeah, good by their standards is literally just how good
Are
you?
basically still collaborating with the fascist government.
Yeah. You're collaborating with the fascist government, or you are an agent of murder.
One of the advanced classes in Dark Heresy is literally a like, you send your character off to basically be turned into a like mind controlled assassin.
Sure.
This is interesting. So like is this like rewinding time or what?
I'm creating time bubbles basically that change the environment.
Huh.
And it seems like certain doors in this area I have to,
In order to make them function, you have to get the...
yeah, I have to go
time
through them
bubble.
in a mine cart, so... This is neat.
Yeah, it turns out the game that you made a stream to goof on might have
I mean,
actually been very good.
I came in optimistic.
Said the man who titled this the Zelda we have at home.
That's optimistic. Listen,
Yep, that's what that phrase means. That the one we
Listen,
have at home
it's-
is the better one.
what? Hey, you know, it could be worse. I could be playing Darksiders 2.
It's a
Darksiders
good
3.
game. I can't speak for that.
That's...
I gotta play it though.
Oh, don't worry.
I gotta play the game where, don't worry, we made Theory a lady. Because, you know, hell hath no
Fury like a
Fury.
thorn. Hey, that makes sense, because it's all 90s comic book bullshit.
Yeah. Also, that isometric shooter seems good. I watched Joe play a bit of that a while back. Although Strife being like a snark is weird. Although, you know, never mind. The moment I said it, Strife being snarky, no, it actually fits. Be an internet troll.
Oh.
That expands it further?
No,
Or
it
no?
closes it down, so I'm
Oh,
trying
no,
to see if
can you-
there's
can you-
anything I need to do. I can do...
Huh. I was wondering, can you pick it up and move that with you to like another area? Or is it stuck there?
It is stuck here. But I bet at some point... I like these weird little mining
Robots.
robots.
So what was the thing you found in this that room with the door
20
you can't get into?
rupees, baby.
Oh. I was gonna say you found that that blue gemstone that made me think of the time crystal here.
Oh, is this a time? Oh. Oh.
That was it. That was right.
Right.
That was right.
It's like that level in Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
Except not.
Except also,
Except better.
That's not my favorite
didn't-
Titanfall 2 level, but
no. But
it's very interesting.
It's very, I mean, it's cool because they put two versions of the level on top of each other. And you're like, wow, what a cool, neat trick you did. Don't tell anyone, but, Bill Game did that, like,
I would guess several.
You're not.
Soul
You're.
Reaver did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. Okay, but the thing is, Titanfall 2 is actually a good game.
Titanfall 2 would be better, though, if there were monologues about the nature of fate and free will.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
Checkmate.
Yeah.
What's his name? Is it Simon Templeton or?
Simon Templeman and Michael Bell.
Just put those in everything.
Wait, so would you rather have to listen to a weird was it Templeton monologue or a weird Kojima monologue?
Templeton.
Wow.
What?
I mean,
Wow.
I love a Kojima monologue because it's just like, Jack, you need to understand, Jack. We were doing this for liberty, for freedom, for the principles this country was founded on.
Kojima's is just like vocal diarrhea.
It's good. No, it's good because it's also like,
So am I the only one who likes the monologue at the end of MGS5? Where you're in the Jeep with Skull Face.
that's not even the end of that game. I mean,
It's
hey,
before the final boss.
there is a cool bit in that game that I will agree about and admit. There's a cool bit in that game about how, like, the idea of language as imperialism and
Yes. Yeah.
and how the parasites or whatever being used
To destroy language.
to
Yeah.
destroy language. But like everything else in that game's story, it's underdeveloped and kind of whatever.
Bad.
But you have to appreciate the fact that the lyrics to the freaking trailer song gave away the plot, but no
Yeah.
one realized it at the time because of how absurd it is.
Yeah. Words that kill when you speak them to... Yeah, I know.
That's really good.
That... Listen, I like a lot about Metal Gear Solid 5.
Mm-hmm.
The part where there's talking is not it.
It's not the best part, no.
Well, good thing there's not much of that.
Except Diamond Dog. Diamond Dog's good.
It's true.
And Diamond Horse.
Yeah, D-Horse.
D-Horse. Really, if it wasn't for, what's her name, Quiet, being the way that she is, I would probably, like, I would recommend that game to anyone and everyone, like, unconditionally.
It's a fun stealth sandbox. That
It's,
is also
it's the best one.
more ambitious than it needs to be.
As far as, like, stealth sandboxes go, I think it's the best one yet made.
But like the open world aspects of that game are super undercooked.
Stealth sandboxes, that's not a big list.
Okay,
Dishonored.
stealth action game.
Oh, then definitely not.
Wow.
And Metal Gear Solid 5 is just not a good video game.
No, it's a good game.
The part where you play it's good.
Exactly.
It's everything else that's the problem.
Everything else doesn't get in the way.
As what is basically the last story of that series with that will ever matter. It's
It's an odd one to go out
a
on.
colossal bummer. But
And you know what? I didn't like MGS4 when it came out.
oh, I hate MGS
Okay, that's good.
That's a good game.
because that game is fucking.
Dumb in all the right ways.
It's jerking itself off, being like,
Yeah.
"Look at this fan service! Isn't this what you want?"
And it's not.
Like, if you're gonna talk about verbal diarrhea, that game's rotten.
Well, that
Yeah,
game
it
is,
is.
that game is play the game for 90
But
minutes,
it's actually fun.
then have 2 hours. No,
No, the gameplay in MGS4 is almost tolerable.
No, I thought it was perfectly fine.
It's a bad stealth game.
I played it also like 12, 13 years after release. Thought it was A-okay, and I played it entirely as a stealth game. better than GS5
You
in that respect.
tailing that
No.
guy?
I don't even. Oh, the city thing? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fine.
Like the Beauty and the Beast unit boss fights?
Yeah, I bet you like
Yeah,
that.
almost
Revan's
all
like,
of them, yeah.
she was tortured and
Yeah, yeah,
had the
that's so
war
bad.
crimes happen to her, and then she did the war crimes.
You're arguing in favor of MGS4 right
No,
now.
I hate that game.
Well, no,
So-
but then like it's like all this torture and war crimes and misery that she's gone through.
You
She's a
gotta set
teenager,
her free,
and then
Snake.
just like the most sexualization possible.
And then it's just like, ha ha ha, Snake, laugh with me. I have boob. That's what they
Yeah,
say.
and that's totally non-standard from Kojima's usual
Yeah.
nonsense.
No, it's listen. In the previous game, there was a man who shot bees.
Hey man,
Yeah.
that's great. All right.
Yeah, MGS3 is
Yeah,
also
it's
great.
better.
I mean,
Uh,
MGS3 plays like ass, but like all
Yeah.
the stuff around the gameplay is fantastic.
MGS3 also plays perfectly fine.
You love having to change your camo index every 5 seconds.
Yes.
I didn't. I
Like
never
going
got
into
spotted.
a menu every single time.
I didn't, and I
You
almost
need to
never got
heal.
spotted. I don't think I ever actually did get
You
spotted.
don't need to change your camo in MGS5
You don't
Yeah.
know.
because you just play at night and use the stealth suit.
Yeah, what a stealth action game.
Yeah.
One where they just trivialize it to the point where it might as well not be it.
That's yeah.
Rilkin, did you play Velvet Assassin?
I put the demo of it. It's
Joku
bad.
played Velvet Assassin.
Are you just trying to say a game that has better stealth than MGS5?
No, I'm just trying to gauge like where you are as a stealth man.
I've played much more than either of you. That's one of my favorite genres.
Okay, yeah, you see, well,
Oh.
there you go.
The stealth
You're hardcore stealth
gatekeeper
man.
strikes again.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know, motherfucker, you're just punching down. I almost never get any games that actually do that for me. That's such a unsupported genre game.
These days, yeah. What was that good one? Like Mark of the Ninja or something?
Mark of the Ninja was 2012, and that's one of the best ones ever. But that's also a long time ago. Six Shards of Darkness was like 2016. That's actually
Oh,
that's
right.
a lot better than the first one. And the first one's pretty good. But that's the last one I can think of. But then again, that's basically where I'm at in my backlog. So
We know in Redfall there's a character that can turn invisible
Yeah.
and sneak around.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Prey. I think Prey is. I think of Prey as a
I don't
stealth game.
think Prey's stealth. I don't.
It's
agree.
too immersive, Simi.
I played that game mostly as an immersive sim. I mean, as a stealth action game.
And it's a good immersive sim.
Yeah.
You definitely have to be stealthy and Prey early on, and then you can upgrade a shotgun. Then it's fine.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask. Is Arbitrary Waters still playing this the wrong way?
Am I playing it correctly?
Ah, damn it. Oh, chat wants to know, when did Relkin just become wrong opinion man? You know, I also want to know
Correct
that.
opinion, my man.
Listen, it's okay. I've been told I'm wrong opinion man before. It happens to the best of us.
Alright, so
So
Relkin,
I know I'm not. It's just that people like to give me crap about the games I don't like that are popular, and it's just punching down. I'm punching up.
Oh,
Zelda Breath of the Wild's a
you're
bad
sticking
game.
up for big.
No, I'm
little
just saying.
man.
Some
so
of
it's
these big
sticking up
games.
for big MGS5 hating, which
I'm just saying,
no one
MGS5
does.
is incredibly successful, and it can take a hit or two. It doesn't mean people come out of the woodwork just frothing at the mouth, telling me how wrong.
How many people actually will say that game's good in this day and age?
Both of you,
Yeah, the two of us chuckle fucks. Who else?
plenty of
Literally
other
nobody.
people. It's an extremely successful game.
Yeah, people bought it because it had Metal Gear on the
Yeah,
title.
that's a pretty dismissive.
I feel like it's generally
That's pretty
considered
dismissive.
these days.
Yeah,
that-
no, that game is not popular opinion.
I don't think you're. This is turning to like the Bioshock Infinite thing, where it's like a small subset of people are still saying after the fact that wasn't good, despite it being a huge success.
I
because
thought most people in the know had turned on Bioshock Infinite by now.
Yeah, because
It's a great game.
ideologically messy and
Okay.
Very
plot
sloppy.
yeah, and the plot is a mess.
It's sloppy as fuck. Is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, dude, that game. You look at that game now, and it is mad cobbled together. Like they brought in Rod Ferguson.
Yeah, like at the time, it was sloppy.
They
It's
brought
like,
in
you know,
Rod Ferguson to finish that game, and you can see all of the different parts that they had to cut together with time travel and dimensional bullshit.
like the goddamn thing falls apart in the last act.
I don't. The thing you're saying is like messy, and I think it's perfectly fine. You're allowed to feel.
Of course, I also didn't like the first Bioshock when it came out. That's because it was overrated at the time.
I mean, the first Bioshock is overrated.
Like it was overrated before like the moment it came out.
The secret is that Bioshock is just System Shock 2 but worse.
There you go.
And for normies.
For normies.
The worst kind.
I'd play Bioshock 2, Bioshock over System Shock 2 any week.
Okay.
I played both of those games within the last 5 years to completion.
Pro shooting gamer man over here being like, why don't you shoot?
What?
Hey, was it with
You
this
know,
group?
sometimes I think maybe Chris rubs off you the one of the worst ways, because you ever give him shit about listening comprehension?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Great.
Hey Justin, what's your favorite Splinter Cell game?
I haven't actually played any of them.
It's Chaos.
That's the correct answer.
I can't. There are a couple of them. I would like to play some of the good ones.
Chaos
Conviction.
Theory is great.
Right. Conviction's the best.
Just some of them in general.
The Conviction?
Yeah,
Ga-
Conviction's
game
great.
where you just shoot people in the head?
Conviction, the one with all the text in the environment.
Yeah, Conviction's great.
Where's my dog?
Sam Fisher has a very specific set of skills.
Yeah.
To find his
Hey.
daughter.
Hey, Taken was very big. And people were like, and Ubisoft was like, in this game, you do not put on the goggles. And then you do, at the end.
Oh, true.
How do you feel about Skyward Sword so far?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, but
Ralphie's
he's
like,
playing it
I
wrong.
bet it's a better game than Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm like,
Yeah, it probably is.
I doubt that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go along with that. Yeah.
I mean, Breath of the Wild's not a good game, so why would its sequel be good?
Breath of the Wild
Well-
isn't a good game, but it's also the best Zelda game.
Mr. over
At the
here
same
being
time.
like, why are you persecuting me for my beliefs? Saying intentionally incendiary things.
Yeah, that was intentionally incendiary. You just,
Listen,
hey, Brain, remember that thing I said like 10 minutes ago where I said I'm just trying to hurt people now?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like maybe I'm not being entirely serious.
No, you're trying to hurt me, and I'm going to destroy you now.
So,
Anyway,
Relkin is a bad actor. He is the poison pill.
He
That will
is
destroy
the
God's
internet
community.
man being like, I'm just asking questions.
Exactly.
I'm just listen, I'm just saying that criticizing BioShock is subversive and
punching up.
cool. I'm punching up, okay?
Uh-huh.
When
Yeah.
I say that
Against Ken
BioShock
Levine.
they just made System Shock 2 again, but for normies, because the concept of what if a shooter had a story and audio logs was like mind-blowing to people who didn't regularly play RPGs.
And what? So their experiences don't matter?
Yeah, they don't.
Yes.
Okay.
They're wrong.
Exactly.
Know what game also came out in 2007? Mask of the Betrayed.
Tons of games. Tons of
Oh,
games.
you
coming
mean
Which
out.
Relkin,
Best
yeah,
year
which
in video
Relkin
game.
played and was like,
bad
oh,
game.
the camera was so bad.
Like, that's no, I didn't say that.
I have jumped in at either the
No,
best
I said
or worst
because
time,
Neverwinter
I'm not
Nights
sure
2
which
is
yet.
miserable to play.
The best time,
Yeah,
actually.
but it's the best. It's fantastic
All right.
story.
Okay, all right, finish up. Justin, what is your favorite 2007 game?
Halo 3.
Good answer.
Not really a contest.
If you say Mass Effect, if you say Mass Effect 1, you're a criminal.
Matt, well, okay, well, guess what? I'm not afraid to go to jail again.
Okay,
It's-
people
okay,
who
look,
say
it's
Mass
probably-
Effect 1 is the best Mass Effect are the same
It's-
people who really like
it's-
reading the Star Trek Codex.
It's the only one that's well paced.
No, look here, motherfucker. Are you really saying that with me in the chat?
Was Rock Band 2007? Yes, it was.
Go ahead, Justin.
I was gonna say like it's basically Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, and Mass Effect in that order, and then
What about-
Bioshock gets, I guess, a token fourth place.
What about Mario Galaxy?
I
Oh, you mean?
am
fantastic
not a
video
fan of the
game.
Wii, so I understand there's
Fair
a lot
enough.
of magic in Mario Galaxy, but
I don't have to waggle.
can't.
What
I know
about
you don't
Forza
have to
2?
waggle much. What about what?
What about Forza 2? Everyone always forgets Forza 2.
Forza
I got-
Motorsport 2 is great,
I got
but
Forza
also
2
it's
with my
Forza
Xbox.
Motorsport. I did too. I got Forza Motorsport 2 and Marvel Ultimate Alliance with my Xbox.
Both
Yeah.
great games.
I played a lot more Forza Motorsport 2. I think that's a very good game, but also I'm not really going to include it because it's Forza Motorsport and it's basically
Hey.
the same thing.
It was only the
Every
second
year.
one. It was only the second one, though.
Sure.
Don't prosecute it for the crimes of its grandchildren. All right?
I'm
Sure.
just over here
I mean,
standing up for the little guy over here.
Oh, The Witcher was 2007. Oh God.
yeah, but that is not a top
In the
10
face,
game
in
of
the face.
2007.
Listen, I appreciate The Witcher 1. That game is Eurojank as fuck.
It's not a good game.
That game
something
is
as fuck.
running on a heavily modified version of the Neverwinter Nights 1 engine, and you can tell.
Isn't Dragon Age Origins also running on that engine?
No, it is not.
Oh, Rogue
It
Galaxy
was
was
going to.
2007.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's a
Yeah,
pretty
Rogue
good
Galaxy,
model
now that's a
type
game.
I believe Persona 3 Fez was also 2007.
Okay, well, we're
It
talking about
depends. That was, I
Yeah,
think
we're talking
we're
about
holding
good
this
games. Like everyone's favorite level 5 RPG, Rogue Galaxy.
Okay,
Wait,
what is
Was
the
Blue Dragon
what is the-
07?
Oh, once again, we're talking about good games.
Yeah.
What is
Rogue
the what is
Galaxy.
Like
what is
Jade
the-
Empire.
Like, Jade Empire was
What is-
05.
Jade Empire isn't bad.
Oh,
What
that's
is the
sorry.
dark horse of 2007 gaming? What is
You
the
have-
game that nobody thinks of but is actually really, really good?
God
Give me
War
a sec.
2.
I mean, people people think of that. That's a
I'm just looking at the stuff. I don't attach release dates to games. So like, I have
Legend
no
of
idea what's
Heroes,
out
Trails in the Sky, third chapter probably.
No, Song of the Ocean was. That's one of the ones that we've never really got a proper version of. The official translation is hilariously dog shit. Geofront has started working on that trilogy though.
Hilariously dog shit, you say? Go on.
Yeah, Prophecy of the Moonlight Witch, which is the first one they're going to start working on at Geofront. The best way I can describe it is it's like somewhere in between a slightly bilingual child translating it and like a Google Translate. It's really horrendous.
Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn was 07.
Oh yeah.
Not my favorite Fire Emblem game.
Oh, Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there
okay,
you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. The dark horse. You got it.
I mean, hey, the version of Stalker I
number
played was
overture.
with mods because the base version of that game has an FOV of 55. And literally gave me motion sickness when I played
Oh,
it for
Splinter
5
Cell Double
minutes.
Agent. Probably
Oh,
the
yeah,
worst
yeah.
of that four.
Bullet Witch. Bullet Witch is 07.
Yeah,
Hey,
good, yeah.
Hey, Brayden, Enchanted Arms.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
game.
it was Eternal Sonata, 07.
Sure was. Beloved,
There you go.
dubious video game, Eternal Sonata.
Wait, is it bad? I thought it was good.
It's not.
It's good.
All right, I remember that I remember that Kevin Van Ord liked it.
Okay.
The original Etrian Odyssey.
Oh, there
Okay,
you
I'll
go.
put it this way. Eternal Sonata is
Uh-huh.
you should watch all the cutscenes. That's what Eternal
Fair
Sonata is.
Fair enough.
The short-lived shooter Shadowrun game.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Not the
Wait,
Can't you
Armageddon
still
was
play
07?
Shadow? Can you still play Shadowrun with some user like stuff?
Sure.
probably
I don't
would.
know why you would, but you can. That was a game for Windows Live Join. That was one of their
Yep,
Windows
I know.
Vista
That was
hitters.
you could also play that cross-platform. So those of you using
Yeah.
Xbox 360 sticks could go up against PC players, have fun.
With no
Overlord.
matchmaking filtering whatsoever.
Grimoire, Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Was
Ratchet
Odin
and Clank
Spiro
Tools
7?
of Destruction.
I don't think so, because it's considering that Grim Grimoire was. I don't think they released two
Kane
games
and
in
Lynch
the year.
Dead Men came out in
Oh, boy.
07.
Peggle.
Peggle!
Drake and Josh Talent Showdown, of course.
Wait, Uncharted was 07, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bummer.
Uncharted 1. First off, I'm not an Uncharted person. Second, Uncharted 1,
Good.
not the one you want.
No,
No,
it's not.
Uncharted one's good. It's just
Oh,
not
it's-
anywhere near as good as 2 or 4.
You like
It's
bullet
okay.
poses.
Oh, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, the best Metroid game.
Oh, there you go.
No.
Blue Dragon was. You're correct.
Yeah, I was right. Wait, was Lost Odyssey 07 or 08?
Lost Odyssey was
considered-
06, wasn't
it was Mistwalker. I can't imagine they put it out. Oh no, they said it's a 2006 game, but this must be when it.
Oh, Lost Odyssey was 2006.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking
Really?
at Blue Dragon. I'm looking at a list of 2007 games, and as I hover over the Wikipedia, box that comes out when you hover over it's a 2006 game. So why is it on this list?
So it came out in Japan.
Maybe
in 06,
maybe
the
it
US
was maybe it came out. It came out in
Alright.
December 2006, and in North America in 2007.
Heavenly
Yeah.
Sword, of course.
Oh, Heavenly
I
Sword.
thought that was a
How-
launch game for the PS3.
It was
No.
not. It was, but
Wait,
it was
Lair.
an early one.
Blair was
Eternal-
07.
Yeah, Eternal Sonata.
Remember, the PS3 launched in 06.
Well, the Blair was 07.
So,
Yeah, Lair, the
yeah,
best
Lair and
game that year.
hey, everyone's like, oh yeah, they're gonna make Rogue Squadron with dragons, and then that game actually came out.
Uh-huh.
And it was poop.
Oh, War of the Lions came out in 2007.
Yes. The PSP version of
Yeah, even if it didn't play well on that thing, we got a better translation out of it.
I don't hate the translation for that game, but the
don't like the
translation
name
for
changes.
War of the Lion goes real hard on the these and thous.
There's a lot of middle 80s in War of the Lions.
And hey, I'm on record saying I like Tactics Ogre.
Oh, Ace Combat 6. That might be the dark horse. That's secretly the best Ace Combat game. Unfortunately, it's still a 360 exclusive, I believe.
It's okay, much like beloved video game Vampire Reign,
Uh-huh.
which I
Wait, was Dark Sector 07 or 08?
Dark Sector was 08 because it was
I
an
haven't
early
seen it.
Giant Bomb review.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Right.
Anyway, what were you about to say,
The movie, the
Braden?
game.
Uh,
Manhunt 2.
fucking,
Hellgate London.
fucking right, Manhunt 2. That game was
Wasn't that-
rated. That game was rated AO because
Yeah, it was.
the ESRB needed to look tough in the face of hot coffee.
And now, does anybody care anymore?
No, now you could buy games with fucking in them on Steam.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've seen the Nintendo Switch's library recently.
Is
I
this
don't
where I
usually
bring up
do-
Steam and look at the NS?
I mean, the
NSFW
Switches,
games?
the Switches store has some stuff in it that's not. I don't think any of it's like straight up porn the same way Steam's
No,
is.
but it's
You
a
can
bunch
find
of
some
edgy
pretty-
shit.
Yeah, you can find some pretty close stuff.
You can find some pretty spicy.
Still hot stuff.
Yeah.
Is it hot?
I mean, listen, if you want to give the girls from Senran Kagura leg
Wedding
massages,
dresses.
Uh-huh.
you can.
I mean, you wouldn't want to have a porn game with your wife who's outside of marriage. You know, that just makes sense.
I don't understand the wedding dress thing.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm currently looking at new and trending. I don't see any, at least, or I mean, I guess this changes from person to person.
It also depends on what filters you have.
I don't filter that stuff out.
Okay, I do.
What about the Switches thing? The Switches
In
eShop
terms of the
or whatever?
Switch, I'm just saying, there are multiple games that were toned down for their PlayStation releases because Sony cares more about that shit than Nintendo. And so you have the usual chuds being like, if you want the uncensored version of the game, you gotta get it on Switch.
The uncensored version, this lady's actually your mom.
The little shine of light that hides her butt crack.
Go on.
Okay.
Welcome to Twitch. Hello, anyone in the chat who is not also in this voice call.
In the censored version, her dress doesn't
Arbitrary
have
Water
a boot
would say the
window.
word butt crack without laughing.
It's hard, you know? It's hard like that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, have you played Uno yet?
I have it installed. I have both the remake and the original installed.
Ooh, look at you. I tried getting the original installed, but I guess I didn't find the right steps for it.
I got it to work. Jeff.
There you go.
Jeff pointed me at all the stuff, so.
That's good.
Remember Far Cry 6 came out?
No.
Probably
Yeah.
it's $15 on Steam. That still seems like too much.
No, it's funny because there's an alligator and his name is Guapo.
Listen,
Oh,
I
there
played
you go.
like 20 hours of Far Cry 5. Like, in terms of like just brain dead, I got home from work and don't feel like doing anything. Games, that's it was pretty good for
Yeah,
that.
but I already have Call
But-
of Duty.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I don't know. I don't know Call of
Vermintide is
Duty.
still yet to lose me.
Because that's what Call of Duty has been for me in the last week or so. Is the I don't want to think game.
Look at these dirty men with lots of tactical gear and bad facial hair.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Okay, but what if Kevin Durant was also there?
Does he
that's
also
pretty
have too
hard.
much tactical hair and bad facial hair?
Yeah, he does. I'm just saying, what other video game can you have a team with Captain Price, Kevin Durant, Lionel Messi?
I don't think I want one.
I mean, give it a couple years and probably multiverses
Santa
or
Claus.
How long until we get another Medal of Honor reboot?
well, I mean that VR game came out,
Oh, right. That thing was like 200, 300 gigabytes in size.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, BattleTech's super cheap right now. I'm gonna buy BattleTech. I wonder about that for a while.
It's great, which means you'll hate it.
I have loved
Hey.
most of Shadowrun's reason, or most of Hairbrain's
Yeah.
recent output,
But you hate the things I love.
except all the things we actually agree on, which is most things.
I apologize if I'm being punchy today.
Don't apologize for being you.
No, I will.
You should.
Therapy has. Listen, I'm in therapy for a reason. I need to apologize for all the
For all the horrible things
all
you've
the
done to
horrible
people.
things I've done, being me.
Oh, I see. Just being alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do
Have you
people
ever
feel about
considered that being
Overlord?
alive is the greatest crime of all?
Yeah, I said Overlord earlier. That
Overlord did
Overlord
come out.
is
It's a
rough
game.
to go back to.
It's definitely a video game.
Hey,
I'm highly confident.
I actually
Yeah,
found
no
I had a
games
real
with you.
struggle to play it on PC. Something about the process of actually moving the your guys around, which is vital to actually playing that game. Just
Yeah,
straight up
it's no
wasn't working for me.
Yeah, it's no good.
the weird thing is, the Overlord people are the Age of Wonders people.
Huh. Well, I
Oh,
thought
did it go out of business? That's a shame.
No, they didn't go out of business. They made Age of Wonders, and then they made Overlord, and then they went back to making Age of Wonders.
there was an Overlord 2,
Oh yeah.
Sure was.
and they brought it back in some weird capacity recently, right?
Sure.
Like a re-release or something.
No, it was a completely different genre.
Mobile game.
Fellowship of Evil.
I want to meet the person who's like, yeah, I played so much Overlord as a kid.
It was Codemasters.
Okay.
Writer Rihanna Pratchett. Release date 2015.
Yeah, Rihanna Pratchett, a writer we can trust. Rihanna Pratchett,
what did
my
she do?
dad wrote some good stuff.
Has Rihanna Pratchett ever written a good video game?
Wasn't she
Story.
the original Mirror's Edge?
Yes.
But
Like-
that, honestly, that the writing in that isn't. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that game is like 99% vibes.
That game is just sterile white surfaces,
Oh, it's so good.
and like,
It's so good.
and the entire
Yeah,
time,
yours-
like, there should be some sort of very up-tempo, like,
Uh-huh.
music where at some point a woman goes, and then you
Okay,
do
yeah.
wall
I'm
running.
convinced.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that sounds great. I want
I
more of
remember
that.
the singer in that. I don't remember them being much of vocals.
I'm just saying that's the... EA, call me. I'm here if you need me. Electronic Arts.
There needs to be more up-tempo music in games.
What's his name? Andrew House? No, Andrew House
Andy
is the
House?
former
No,
Sony guy.
no.
What's the EA guy's name? The guy who looks like a robot.
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule, yes. He's
Exactly,
like,
yes.
hey, it's me, Ja Rule. For some reason, they wanted me to be a protagonist in multiple movies. Yeah. No, I'm not even thinking of Ja Rule. I'm thinking of,
I just said the first person who came to my mind, which for some reason was Ja Rule.
who am I thinking of?
Wait, we're
There
all,
was
I mean,
the
yeah.
Battalion Wars 2. I don't ever remember hearing.
Hell yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, there
it
is.
better
Guess-
than the first one?
I don't know. I haven't played either.
Hey.
Oh, Time Shift came out in 2007. That was a
Time
good
Shift.
game.
A wheel
Yeah.
of dubious FPS is cut. Time
Yeah, wait,
Shift.
Play it. It's a
Time-
good game.
Time Shift. It's not a good game.
It's a good game.
Time Shift,
It's
a
not a
game,
good game.
not interesting enough for the wheel of dubious FPSs.
Aw. That's sad.
I had a lot of fun playing Time Shift as a kid. I do not actually legitimately claim that it holds
It's
up.
okay, Justin.
I
I liked
think I
Thief.
can have some fun with
I
it.
liked Thief 2014. Speaking
I
of stealth
oh,
games.
it was
God.
okay. It's fine.
Sure. Yeah. It's not a good Thief game, but it's like it's
As
alright.
yeah, like as a successor to that series, it's not.
That is a dubious opinion from the dubious game man.
As an explore around the world, as a sneak around this world and find treasure game, it's fine.
Oh, and the swoop movement tech they gave it's so good.
The most important thing about that game is the part where someone at IDOS Montreal was like, we gotta animate him touching things with his hands.
Oh, those animations are so good.
No, like
Yeah.
the very meticulous, like drawer opening animations are the best part of that game.
It just makes me think, what's that scene from Konosuba where it's the close up of
Yeah.
his hands
Yeah,
groping
he
the
just
air.
goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Very
god, I
good.
wish they did a third season.
So the touching is better than the Order 1886 touching stuff?
I never played it.
No one played it.
I played it.
They never gave it away for free on PS Plus, so I never played it.
It was
Isn't it
on
only
Steam
like
still at some
4
point.
hours long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, apparently that game basically, the way that game sets itself up is, like, the interesting thing happens right at the end for sequel bait that never happened.
Yeah.
As it
I
is.
liked Daxter, so it's kind of annoying to see Ready at Dawn never actually do anything else good.
Wait, didn't Radiant Dawn do that the Mummy Demastered game?
No, it's way forward.
No, that's Way
That was Way
Forward.
Forward. Damn it, I get those two mixed up.
Way Forward, responsible for the Advanced Wars remakes.
Ready at Dawn still exists. What are they making? They made Deformers, and then Lone Echo, and then Echo Arena, and then Lone Echo 2, and something called Echo Combat,
dog
which
is
are all
barking.
Oculus Rift games.
You just reminded me that
Yeah.
WayForward did make another Shantae game at some point. I
Oh
should
yeah, they
look into
did.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
hear it's better.
Those
And
games are consistently very good.
Those games
Oh,
are
wait.
consistently fine.
Roll that back for a minute. Ready at Dawn made God of War Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta.
Oh, right.
So those were pretty good.
Yeah.
Which one is the one where you kill Persephone?
I believe that's Chains of Olympus.
Hmm.
I played both of those on the PSP. They were fun.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, so they kind of did have a little bit of a pedigree beyond just Daxter.
Yeah, they did stuff.
Who made Secret Agent Clank?
There was another PSP studio that was making follow-ups to Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games. And I forgot the name.
You don't
They made that
remember.
Ratchet and Clank game on PSP, which apparently was not very good. I remember playing it and thinking it
Size
was
Matters?
okay. Yes. High Impact Games. Which went from making... They made Jack and Daxter the Lost Frontier, which my understanding was okay. And then made a Phineas and Ferb game, and everything else is like downhill from there.
Remember when licensed games were good? Or were as good as anything else?
When?
When?
1992 and 1993.
Sorry, the dog was
I
barking.
disagree.
I was 2 and 3 years old, respectively, so I don't.
I was 1 and 2.
It's okay.
Well, that's when you had like Aladdin and Lion King. And
I
all
played that
people
Aladdin
liked.
game on the Super Nintendo.
Aladdin King.
Aladdin
I played
King.
the Lion King game too. I think I actually did get past that one level once and then died and then game over.
Well,
Yeah.
what if I told you you could buy both of those games specifically in a collection?
Mm.
What
Those
kind of
specific
collection?
games?
Like a collection of digital digital collection that also has some weird bonus features.
If this is
Darkwing
a
Duck
sub-
game, right?
Those don't exist.
yeah, this is a subscription for Nintendo Switch. I don't want it.
No, they made
No.
a pack. They made a pack of them a while
No,
back.
they made a pack of both Lion King and Aladdin, and they added Jungle Book at some point too.
Nice.
Yeah, was it just what like Disney?
And there was also the Disney Afternoon Collection, which was
Disney
DuckTales.
classic game. Aladdin and Lion King.
And it's done by Digital Eclipse, so
Oh, so it's good.
it's like a good collection. It has it has both the SNES and Genesis versions of Aladdin.
Oh, nice.
That's good. I was about to ask which one did they pick, but because both of them are good games.
Shinji
Like, I played
Mikami's
that-
own Aladdin
I
for
played
the Super Nintendo.
I played that SNES version of Aladdin as a kid.
Oh,
a lot.
heads up! Don't buy this pack. This is like straight up like false advertising. If you buy Disney classic games, Aladdin, Lion King, you only get Lion King.
Oh,
Oh.
You
Jesus.
have to spend another $10 to get Aladdin.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
If you want
Steve.
those 2 old games that you can just emulate now, you have to spend $30.
I mean, it's in terms of as a collection, as a digital package, it's a neat thing.
And for $30, it ain't.
Yeah, no, listen, don't buy games at full price.
Don't buy games. Pirate everything, kids. For anyone watching this,
Hi,
Always
I don't.
pirate games, never pay for anything.
Twitch.tv/arbitrary does not condone.
Twitch.tv/arbitrary water does not condone any piracy except for the cool kind in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We would never, ever endorse.
You're not going from the side.
Why would I go in from the side when I could?
Yeah, I would have thought that purple smoke was the indicator of where you're supposed to go.
There we go.
But I'm guessing you don't want that smoke.
I don't listen. If Nintendo is listening, I buy all of my Nintendo games legally. Please do not throw me in jail forever.
If Nintendo's listening, fight me.
Nintendo, I would never commit crime. This is a version of Skyward Sword legally purchased by my brother-in-law.
Listen, at some point soon, all these big companies will just have AI bots watching all of these streams. So,
Yeah. And then you're just gonna get a bunch of, like, false bans. False positive bans because the technology's bad.
Uh-huh.
and that'll be the end of Twitch, and then we all have to go outside.
Then we all
How
have to
dare
go
you.
to the pirate streaming
We'll have to go hang out
services.
at like coffee houses again, like the 90s.
I don't know. I was a child.
Could this be any more nostalgic?
I.
Little Friends reference, right?
Ah, okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I was
don't
too
watch
cool
old
as a child to watch
sitcoms.
Friends.
No, you weren't.
I was too busy watching anime on Cartoon Network.
There you go. That's the
Also,
right
I
answer.
think Friends fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Early seasons are all right, but yeah,
And it's
it gets horrendous.
And it's one of those things where, you know, hey, just a reminder, a lot of sitcoms in the 90s.
We're dog shit.
Just, you like casual homophobia, huh?
Well, yeah.
That's
It was
what
the
the American
90s.
people
Everyone
wanted.
liked that. Yeah, of course. It's the American people.
What
What
show are you
expect?
talking about?
Friends.
All of them.
But also all of them.
Okay, so the one example.
There will have you.
I love
Will
the
and
paint
Grace?
with Broad Rush. Have I what?
Remember Will and Grace?
Oh, I forget that show exists.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
hey look, Relkin, when you want to paint a large surface, you need a broad brush, alright?
No.
This sucks. Can you shoot him with a bow?
Can you play with, like, good controls?
No.
Fatal blow.
What if I just parried you the power of the Nintendo Switch?
That doesn't sound weird. That doesn't sound real.
Listen. In the same way that the people who use the quote-unquote modern controls for the Resident Evil remasters are cowards, so too.
All right, so I'm gonna reiterate a previous point that, like, when you're talking about shit about casual gamers, you should call them straight edge gamers. All right, they're not hardcore.
But I'm not a hardcore gamer
Oh, I see. Then why are you complaining about the filthy casuals?
because it's all I have.
Oh, fair enough.
All I have is a sense of superiority and entitlement, and
That
no
stems from nothing.
that stems that stems from being a man.
Uh-huh.
In the
Being a man?
21st century.
But what is a man?
Nothing but a miserable pile of secrets.
References.
References. That's what a man is.
Oh, I see. You need to just get that out of the way first. Then. Puzzles.
Yeah. Puzzles.
Puzzles. Yeah. Still a game. If there aren't puzzles, then what are there?
If I've learned anything from video games, it's that if you push a block, it's a video game.
If you push a block, it's a puzzle.
Yeah.
So puzzles are only when you push blocks.
Yeah. The only puzzle game to ever be made is Pokemon.
I can see that.
In the same way that all RPGs descend from wizardry, all puzzle
had
games
nothing to do
descend
with
from Sokoban.
I mean, really,
Doesn't Wizardry predate Ultima?
No, they were around the same time.
They were both. Wizardry was 81.
I mean, the actual first computer RPGs were
They're-
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, they're on mainframes. They're like Dungeon or something.
Anyway,
But no,
so the
Wizardry and
actual
Ultima
answer
were
is the
basically the
Calabeth.
same time.
So the
A
actual answer is
Calabeth.
Calabeth.
I mean,
Sure.
the thing,
A
but
Calabeth,
Calabeth
yeah.
never had like wide distribution in the same way.
It never had cache of any kind.
And also, a Calabeth is, you can tell it's a game being made by like a 19-year-old kid who really liked D&D.
No, it was an adult couple, I think, who made it.
No, it's Richard Gere.
Richard Gere.
Richard Gary.
Oh, it was Richard Gere?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
it
I
was
was
the
thinking of
first
something
game.
else.
I think
No,
it's
you're
King's
thinking
Quest.
of the company that ended up printing the discs. That was the California Pacific Computer Company, which was Al Remmers and his wife.
No, I was
Which
thinking
they
of
later
Temple
sold
of
the
Asai.
company to, I believe, Online Systems.
I was actually thinking of Temple of Asai or Asahi or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, Temple of Asai.
Acai.
Temple of
Acai.
Asai,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
super
I was
food.
thinking of that. Never mind.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Sorry. I'm eating a hot, spicy jalapeno pizza, and
Nice.
Did you see the picture of the butter chicken pizza I posted?
no, where did you put it?
In the food channel, between the abominations.
Oh, so that's butter chicken,
And then the wings
Green
were chicken
shit.
masala.
onion, and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that looks good.
And it was like a curry sauce.
Spice level was moderate.
It was not very spicy. I should have asked for. Oh. I should have asked for hot.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh fuck! The video game forcing me to plot out a route.
Uh-huh. It's a video game you have to actually play. It's really disappointing. That
Any
way.
video game that forces me to take notes has
Is
already
inherently
made a
evil.
mistake.
You should never have to write anything down for any reason ever.
Yeah. If I wanted to play The Witness, I could just listen to tapes of.
Of like Buddhist propaganda.
I was going to say smug assholes
Same thing.
talking about how women can't code because their brains are small or whatever the fuck Jonathan Blow believes. Posted pictures of piss bottles to show how dedicated of a coder he is.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying that auteur, like the indie auteur, boy howdy. When you think about, let's say, indie movie The Game and where everyone involved in that thing ended up, and like, just the fucking like, look at these people, they're changing, their games are so personal and, oh, they're so smart and insightful, and it's like, no.
So what you're saying is, if we tried to watch,
I'm
indie
saying
game
Phil
movie-
Fish.
If
made
we were to
the
watch
right
indie
call.
movie,
Yeah.
Phil Fish went away, and that's the best thing he did.
Yes. Like,
Phil Fish shot his shot. Then he got a little bit of harassment when he announced his second game, and he's like, you know what, fuck this, and then he just left.
imagine how insufferable the man would be if he was still on Twitter.
Didn't he do something after Fez? And people are
He,
like, yeah, this
he
is
helps
cool.
out with.
No, he did a VR game for Palmer Luckey of all people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
War Crimes Jr.
Ah.
That's what we call him now.
Fucking Palmer Luckey. That's the reason why I've never bought an Oculus.
I mean, the reason why you should buy an Oculus now is because Facebook.
Yeah, that too. Also, fuck him.
But also,
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
it's real funny. that he's over here, like, dude went into the Giant Bomb subreddit to just, like, get dunked on over and over
Talking
and
about,
over
I'm
again.
glad that the people at Waypoint lost their jobs. They were misreporting
They
me
were
and my
mean to
political-
me. They.
Wait,
Everyone-
what?
A
did what?
collective.
Oh,
And-
this.
and-
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to explain this, or do you
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead.
explain it? Okay.
I just want to say, it was the one time when that Giant Bomb Reddit collectively came together and did something good.
Yeah. Because the Giant Bomb
Everyone.
subreddit right now is just. It's just a bunch of people who are mad that the people who don't work there anymore aren't working there anymore. But there was, so, you know, when Waypoint announced that they were all getting laid off, you know, shutting down as part of Vice just self-immolating.
Well, they just filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah,
but
Palmer
not
Luckey
to-
came out there, and he's like, yeah, well, good riddance. They said some mean things about me, and I lost the company I made.
Oh, just the actual worst.
And then, yeah, and, you know, and then Austin Walker tweeted, I don't think about you at all.
Hey, there you go.
But also,
And then
every single
and then
person in
and
that
then he
Reddit-
tweeted the other quality Austin Walker tweet is when he's like, if he's so mad about it, why doesn't he just blow me up with a drone?
Jesus Christ.
Because that's what Palmer Luckey's doing now.
Oh, get up for a minute. Now we're talking about Palmer
Yeah.
fucking Lucky.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to dunk on the people in Indie Game the movie and how, like, they all have come off poorly, and like all of that.
Yeah. You
Okay.
could say
Danny-
that
Danny
Edmund McMillan
Barakowski's
left.
still cool.
You could say that Edmund McMillan left because him and his partner couldn't see eye to eye, and that's why every single time there's an announcement for a new Super Meat Boy thing, it's like, this game is not by me! This game is by me!
Yeah, because those two dudes hate each other now.
Yeah, Tommy and Edmund McMillan just
Yeah.
don't see eye to eye on anything.
And that's why the PS4 re-release of Super Meat Boy had different music, because Danny B didn't want to give the rights to his music for them or something. There was some drama involved there.
Oh, jeez.
That didn't get patched out of the Steam version or anything like that, did it?
There's a
No.
lot of multiple,
I
there's
think
a lot
it's-
of... Sorry.
I think it's just new ports of the game.
You rewatch that movie and there's a lot of Jerry Holkins in there, you know, Tycho from Penny Arcade.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we're gonna rent you space, but you gotta prove that your game is worth that space. And then it's like, oh, right, you had to leave because you kept fucking up Penny Arcade at the Penny Arcade Expo.
Well, Penny Arcade no longer runs PAX.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, is that they were so bad at it that they had to get a company to unfuck up everything.
I mean, I've already expressed my feelings on those guys. And I don't care for them. But yeah, I mean, it could be worse. So it could be worse. There could be like, I know there were a couple other smaller documentaries around that time that weren't as big as Indie Game the Movie, but there was one that followed fucking Jason Moore, who is
Fuck, really?
the guy behind the Castle Doctrine.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, that guy turned out to be a anti-COVID, anti-vax conspiracy pro-Trump nut.
Who would have thought?
Who could have foreseen?
He's just misunderstood.
I'm just misunderstood.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Harley. Are
Hi.
you just misunderstood?
No, I think I express myself pretty clearly usually.
Yeah.
Honestly, yes. I agree with that.
I got a job today.
Yeah!
Yay, good for you.
What you doing?
I'm gonna be one of those annoying people that stands around in fucking wholesale retailers and bugs you about solar panels.
Fuck yeah!
Oh, cool.
Did you know
Yeah.
that? Hey, did you know that the government has subsidies for people who put solar panels on their homes?
I sure did. Every penny you spend buying solar panels for your home is a penny you don't pay taxes on.
Appeal to all the libertarians.
All the libertarian. I'm gonna fix this goddamn planet one libertarian at a time with tax-free solar panels.
Hey, guess what? These solar panels don't believe in the age of consent.
Oh my god. No, they're
Christ, Braden.
Well, I mean, that's all solar panels, really.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a fucking monster.
Yeah,
Chris-
you know what, Harley? You're right. Jesus has nothing to do with what he just said.
Chris, I
Yeah,
feel
Jesus has
like
nothing to do with
hanging
libertarians.
out with you in a microphone.
I can't
setting.
judge. I literally can't judge you.
You know, it has ruined me forever.
It's too fast for you to pick that up and tank the damage.
Right. So, as well just heard, arbitrary water has been ruined forever because of the age of consent. Anyway.
That's what. Yep.
That's what he said.
That's what I said.
So I almost worked for a different solar panel company a few months ago, doing like door-to-door stuff,
Gross.
which is not strictly illegal because I
No.
wasn't selling anything door-to-door. I was offering consultations door-to-door.
Yeah.
But the door-to-door position for that company didn't offer any hourly pay. It was pure commission.
Oh, yep. That's how they fucking get you.
Yeah. It's not
Listen,
good.
as
But
someone
this-
who comes from the land of door-to-door salesmanship, and I'll say, would it surprise anyone to know that both MLMs and like shitty summer sales organizations very big in Utah?
Very big.
It's almost like there's an entire group of young people there who have spent, let's say, 2 years of their lives going door to door and trying to sell things.
Alright, I'm gonna log off before I say something to get this stream banned. See y'all
Okay.
next time.
Don't
Bye.
Remember, kids,
remember, kids.
get tax-exempt status before you start going door to door.
Remember Reach.
Yeah, remember Reach.
Remember, yeah, but no, this position, this company is offering, $15 an hour plus commission, so.
Oh. You could buy groceries with that.
Yeah, and this is critical. I don't need to convince them to buy anything. I just need them to take the consultation, which is free. They don't have to purchase anything for me to get the bonus.
And you don't have to go door to door. You can just hang out in a Costco or whatever.
And I don't have to go door to that.
You can hang out
Coming
in a
up
big
on
air-conditioned Costco.
coming up on summer, I don't have to be outside.
So yeah, Zelda's pretty good. The
Some
new
people
one
say.
and the old one. I know, controversial take over here.
I have to say, I think that there are elements of... You know how a lot of people complain about how you need to tap the button to run in Rockstar games?
Yeah.
I feel like there's fiddly, annoying shit in this most recent Zelda game.
Yeah.
Like, to be perfectly honest, and I've said this multiple times, like, Am I the only one who keeps hitting L to try to switch weapons, and when you need to hit the D-pad, and that just fucks you up if you're in certain situations?
If it makes you feel any better, I think the controls in that game are esoteric and weird.
Like,
In what game?
another thing that's driving me crazy, Brayden, is when I'm holding items in the menu and I accidentally press B and it exits the pause menu entirely. That just, I hate it. And why are the buttons for sprinting on your foot, on your feet, and sprinting with your horse not the same button? Why would you do that?
It's fine.
The real solution to that is just never get a horse, because why?
Also, it just feels
If you
like
want
there's...
carriage.
It just feels like this...
drag things with your horse now.
It just feels like the reason why these controls are super esoteric is because they need more buttons on the controller to do things that they want to do. It's like, wiggle the right stick to unfuse something. It's like, oh, you just ran out of butt.
It's fine.
I don't have a problem wiggling the right stick to unfuse something. That hasn't been a problem.
No.
I still think that I think the only real control thing I wish they would change is when you hold up to get your inventory of items, when you're trying to attach like a bomb to a bow or something. I wish I could just like pick 10 things I want to be in that menu.
Like Nintendo
Because
being...
going through every fucking item I have is the worst.
It sucked in Animal Crossing too, but like Nintendo being the last survivor of right face button being accept, opposite of Microsoft and Sony, is still fucking me up.
I
You
have
see-
learned to live with it.
Yeah, I don't have that much of a problem with it, actually. Also, yeah.
This is how communism wins.
Well, speaking of, yeah, Mr. doesn't know what Chapo Trap House is, talking about
I didn't know what
communism.
Chapo Chapras was.
I didn't know what it was either until I saw the comment chain, and I was like, "What's that?" And then I regretted it.
I still didn't look it up because everyone told me don't look it up. You're better off
They
not.
just suck. Also, they're all doing bit parts in Disco Elysium, or at least they were before Disco
They got
Elysium.
called out?
No,
No.
it's before Disco Elysium released the version that has full voice acting, and they hired actual voice actors.
Oh, so they didn't hire scabs or something?
Well, it's more that they hired actual professional voice actors instead of dirtbag leftist podcasters.
You damn right, they're dirtbags.
There's no Jim Sterling in the re-release of that game. I'm to understand. Which is fine.
Oh, yeah. Anyways. I do feel like calling Ted Lasso Christian television is still kind of apropos.
Is it Christian television for secularists? Is that what Ted Lasso is?
Yeah, kind of.
That sounds fine. Yeah.
I don't know. That
You saying that made me immediately think that something was seriously wrong with Ted Lasso.
This third season has been...
I hear the third season
no.
is real rough.
I don't mean like wrong as in like poor quality. I mean wrong as in like some fucked up morals or something. Because you said Christian, and that's where my mind went. Because man, sometimes being the Bible Belt sucks.
Listen, the prosperity gospel, Justin. It's fine. I'm more righteous because I have more money.
Because you sent, I don't know, some TV preacher more money. Yay.
Okay, I see. I have to go to all of the power stations. This is very involved.
You're also doing all this while talking to people about various things.
Yes.
If you were just like, I'm gonna get absorbed in this for 4 hours, this would probably be just the right amount of involvement.
Yes.
By the way, I bought this on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fun. Not I'm gonna play it anytime soon.
Huh.
This and Live Alive.
One day I'll play Live Alive.
So I have a correction.
Okay.
Something that I said on one of, with many of you people here. So we have an update in terms of JBVO, the Johnny Bravo the short-lived spin-off featuring Johnny Bravo taking calls from viewers, usually children. Someone found the tapes of the show, and it's being reposted and preserved. The person who found the tapes, it was in their mother's basement, who she worked on it as a background animation artist. She just had the tapes in her basement.
So it is no longer lost media?
No, it is no longer lost media.
That's great.
The Dragon Ball Z episode of Johnny Bravo commentating over an episode of Dragon Ball Z Super Sped Up is now preserved for time.
That's
Forever
good.
on archive.org.
Fantastic. No worries. I apologize, Lionheart, but did you know that if you subscribe to Arbitrary Water on Twitch, you can get ad-free viewing?
Did you know that if you joined us on the Discord for $1 a month, you could hear me talk about random shit every single day of your waking life
Did you
while
know
on this
that
planet?
Zombie Pie food crimes aren't just relegated
Me?
to when he has a microphone?
Did you know that not all of the food crimes I post are me? They're random
Did you
shit I
know
find on
that
the internet?
That Brazil has delicious cheesy bread?
Did you know that there's, like, you know, things to talk about from Reddit? They're not the most heinous shit imaginable.
Yeah.
There's a
sometimes-
lot of shit on Reddit. Some of it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
Or
well, here's the
informative.
thing. The second a subreddit gets too big... yeah, subreddits are like indie bands.
Fantastic.
And once they get too big, they're immediately... People love Roblox. I think Mike Minotti is fun. And watching, and that RoboCop game seems real dire. Oh, fuck yeah. Look at me. Piece of heart. Okay, I don't
Anyway.
have a claw shot to keep going that way.
So how do you feel about Tears of the Kingdom in general?
I like it. I need to play more of it. I got sidetracked and instead beat all of Advance Wars 1.
I don't know if I want to write about it, but my overall feeling about it has been, it's like, great job, Nintendo. This is a great video game. This
Did
should be the
Falcon leave?
last thing that you make for this technology. Please, for the love of God, do a new console. Because this hardware is literally showing its age. The minute that there is anything in that game that has significant water or like fire textures or fire particles, like, man, you can really feel the frames drop. Like, you can feel like this game is really working with the technology that it has on hand. But Jesus Christ, Nintendo, please make something that's not using Gen 1 NVIDIA technology.
They're kind of not in the best spot with that because the Steam Deck is like how much of Nintendo's lunch is the Steam Deck eating?
I mean, that's a good point, but I mean, everything that we've heard has been like Nintendo is trying to procure a significant amount of OLED screens, which I know they already have an OLED console, but please, for the love of God, this is a great end note for the current generation of technology.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep doing this.
If you were to tell me that it'd be better if we waited like 2 or 3 years for them to put this on a Switch, on like a next gen Switch or something, I would be with you. But as it is right now, like I've gotten used to the frame rate problems, and they're not that bad. I think I'm more bothered by the extremely low res textures all over the place.
I think that is I think that the most common criticisms that people have had for this game have been oriented towards like, yeah, the game's super impressive, but you really can, it really does feel derivative, and
don't
that
jinx
this is
it.
not just a reflection of them not trying. They probably did try.
They literally just have to make the Switch again, but more powerful. And it will sell like hotcakes.
But-
It is
Again,
literally Gen 1 NVIDIA technology. Just something, please, anything,
You mean
anything.
Gen 1 Tegra chips,
Yes,
right?
I mean, they have to do more than just anything, because you can get a Steam Deck for $400 if they
Yeah,
release something
but-
at $300 and it's that price. Like, and I
Okay.
know that there are plenty of people who do not want to fuck with a Linux-based.
Justin, Middle America wants a thing they can play Mario Kart 8 on, apparently.
You can do that on a Steam Deck. You can
Yeah,
emulate the Switch on a
yeah.
Steam Deck.
I'm sorry, I can't get...
Dude,
how do I put the Mario
A
on
lot
this
of people who are
here-
buying
this
a
here
Switch
phone?
don't want to engage with like fiddling around with emulators, fiddling around with OSs. They want to turn it on and then play game.
They don't
I'm
want
aware
to
of that.
spend 3 hours installing a bunch of
I'll be back.
emulators and then never playing anything.
I mean, I'm aware most people don't want to do that, but I still think they have to take that into account.
And
But
also,
also, yeah.
Listen, if you want to be one of those sickos, just wait for the emulator monsters to
To do what?
to optimize emulation for Tears of the Kingdom.
You can already emulate it.
Yeah, but yeah, wait for them to optimize it so that you can run it at 60 or whatever. Anyway, listen.
But yeah,
They're doing just fine.
Oh no, I agree that Nintendo's doing fine, but
The thing that broke me was finding out that Bayonetta 3 sold over 1 million copies. Because I did not expect that. Because I was expecting that, because no one in my fucking corner of the gamosphere talked about that game for more than a week, and it was mostly like that my friends started doing that and they made Bayonetta straight.
Made Bayonetta straight? Did they make Bayonetta straight?
Emma's aware of this.
I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah, it's a shame. But also, I know that game precludes the existence of multiple Bayonettas. Maybe not all Bayonettas are straight. These are the things. These are the important questions.
what was the problem with Bayonetta 3? Was it just clunky, or?
No, I think that game's good. It's not as consistent as 2. It is messy.
When I didn't play it, but when 2 came out, the people who did play it were going pretty nuts over that one.
Yeah. 2 was great. And of course, there's still the people who think 1's a better game, and they're allowed to be wrong.
I have one on Steam. I may play it someday.
It's good. There's just some
I played-
stuff in Bayonetta 1 that... First off, playing that game for, like, ranks, like, playing that game for realsies, for medals and whatnot is difficult. That game is mean. Yeah, like Bayonetta 2's problems only exist for like madmen. But yeah, Bayonetta 3, it's messy. It's definitely like one of those things where it's like more graphically ambitious than 2, so it doesn't run as well. And now that people are ruined, now that a certain subset of people are just ruined on frame rates forever.
I feel like with the Switch, though, it's a completely warranted complaint at this point.
Not always.
It is. It's the technology
because
is
it's
buckling from
it's
underneath
such an
itself.
empty conversation to have.
The technology is literally buckling from underneath itself.
It is not literally buckling, it is figuratively buckling.
If they were to do a Switch 2, what do you think they're like? What do they have lined up as a flagship title right now? Surely there's another Mario game in the works, right?
I bet we will find out in a month.
I want a new Mario RPG.
I bet we will find out what Nintendo is doing in a month. This has been their big thing for the last little bit. See, this is fun.
You're using this thing entirely too often, though. Honestly.
Yo,
Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be. I'm saying this game seems to really love this gadget.
Yeah. Well, I only have 2 dungeon items, and that's one of them. Would you prefer I shoot things with a bow?
One of the Spider-Mans in the Into the Spider-Verse movies got a fucking gat.
Hell yeah, they do.
Something Skyward Sword does better than... Oh, did Nintendo say they're not doing anything for Summer Games Fest?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need to.
They have Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
like,
they will have a Nintendo Direct. That's more my point, is there will be a Nintendo Direct somewhere between now and...
August, I guess.
And then there will probably be one in November or December, let's say.
Ugh.
Just giving me all these rupees I can't use.
Do you think we'll ever actually see Metroid Prime 4?
Yes.
You know what? We probably will.
Yeah, we will.
That game has
Because
become too
Dread
much-
sold well.
Yeah, and also...
It's not only that, it's like
Hold on.
Retro has been working on supposedly something.
Was Dread not Metroid Prime 4?
No.
No.
Oh?
No.
Which one was Dread?
Dread was Metroid 5.
Why are we going backwards?
We're not going backwards.
Here we are.
No. Like, in terms of, like, original 2D timeline Metroid Dread is 5.
Okay.
Metroid Prime happens before 2, I think. Yeah, it happens before 2. Like, all the primes happen between 1 and 2.
And how many primes are there?
3.
Currently 3, and then there's Prime Hunters, which may or may not be 4.
And may or may
Then
not be
there's-
canon.
Yeah.
So I've only ever played Metroid Prime 1, I think?
The best
If you
one.
played
Is that the one that
so you
was
played
on-
the good one.
Is that the one that's on GameCube?
There are 2 on GameCube.
Okay, well I played Metroid Prime 1. I did not play 2. Was 2 any good?
It was a good game. It's a little bit bloated, but it's a good game.
I straight up just never heard about a second Metroid Prime. I'm so fucking out of the loop when it comes to video game news. I thought we were waiting for Metroid Prime. I thought that. Nah.
Metroid Prime 2 has like a dark world in it that I think drags that game down.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
Anyway, you can play Prime Hack and play all those games with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, that sounds like something.
I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not
criminal
allowed to have
would
an
do.
I'm not allowed to have an opinion on this matter.
Why aren't you
your
allowed to have an
opinion
opinion?
is it's a bad first-person shooter, and
It is a bad first-person shooter.
it's not
not
a
a first-person
first-person shooter. You anus.
It's got a first-person perspective, and you shoot things.
You do that in Portal, but nobody's gonna call
Oh.
Portal a first-person shooter.
Portal is
Portal's-
absolutely a first-person shooter.
Oh look, it's the semantic bandit here to ruin everything.
How do you feel about Cube?
I've never played Cube.
Probably a first-person shooter.
Like Metroid Prime has the first-person perspective, and you shoot things. It's a first-person shooter.
Okay. Is
Well,
okay. Well,
Metroid.
fuck off.
Metroid Prime is the logical conclusion of Quake.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks about. Yeah.
See, now when you compare it to Quake, like, it absolutely is a terrible game.
Yeah, fuck off and die, Jeff Gersman. Oh, GoldenEye is a game for children and dorm room frat bros. Because I was playing Quake on a broadband.
I mean, which game has aged better, Quake or GoldenEye?
That's not a
What
that's
are
not
we
a
even
question.
talking about anymore?
That's not what we're talking about.
What the genuine actual hell are we talking? Who
You
is
see, what
this
happened was-
person
what happened
you're
was-
making fun of?
what happened was ZP pulled this conversation into a place where he could win the argument.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm just being an asshole. The shooting is not the part of Metroid Prime that you're there
Yeah,
for.
am I a member
It's
of
actively
Fire
bad.
Escape? Does video game news stress me out? Do I just make endless wrestle references or talk about my bowel movements or whatever they do on Fire Escape?
See, this is why I kind of do appreciate Game Mess Mornings. It's like, hey, you summarizing all of the news in like one 50 to 40-minute program. Also, the episode where Patrick came back was quite
Was
good.
that today?
Yes.
Okay.
He came back on the day that is the 10-year anniversary of backflipping in Bioforge.
Yeah, I saw that. A classic. A heralded classic.
Probably one of the best Let's Plays on the site overall.
Man,
It's no tender
Brayden,
loving
just
care.
get in that fucking sand and hit that goddamn crab with your sword.
He sinks in the sand. Okay.
I handled
Oh, you mean like that? Listen, the Bad Opinions Brigade,
You didn't have to hit it
also
3
known
times. You
as
could have just hit it once
your
and then
friends
walked
and mine
back.
off the deep end.
I'm sorry, I thought I had a right to an opinion.
You don't.
That I
You don't.
opinion.
I'm sorry. This is
I'm not
Turkey,
allowed to have an
and
opinion.
free speech absolutism only goes as far as what Erdogan wants me to let you say.
Now, he may or may not be president in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna kill him in 2 weeks, or is he stepping
No,
down?
there was an election, and
There's an election in Turkey, and their current wannabe dictator is trying convince Twitter to censor stuff, and when people pushed Musk on it for being a baby and a hypocrite, and rightfully pointed out, hey, don't you have business interests in Turkey?
You have the.
So,
You have DoorDash.
anyways, yeah, I thought I had a right to an opinion, but okay,
Okay,
if I'm
yeah.
not.
Do you not have DoorDash?
Are you not
You
making
do.
bad opinions regardless of what I ask?
I mean, you don't need to be so demeaning of an opinion.
I will demean you. Whether
See, so I'm not
What's
actually
this time?
allowed to have an opinion.
no, you're allowed to have an opinion. I'm just allowed to demean you for it.
You know, I would just like to remind everybody involved in this call that we are in fact each other's friends.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like this needs to be communicated as well. Thank you, Harley, for being the voice of reason here.
Says the man
Anyway,
And
who goes poo poo pee pee.
When was the last time I said that on stream? You just use. Also, that
Adventure
the poo poo
games are
pee pee
bad.
man, the poo poo pee
That
pee
you have
man
to
was a
ask
Jeff
when
last time
term.
you said it was
That was
20.
a Jeff
last time
term.
you said it was 2 seconds ago.
that you said, when was the last time I said that? Is kind of evidence that maybe you said it one too many times.
Listen, I'm just saying most
Hey,
adventure games
links
are bad,
upskirt.
except for the ones I play on my stream that are good.
What about if
I
they had
agree,
Muppets?
please.
That's not an adventure game, as far as I can
Yeah.
tell. It's like a weird space shooter,
Yeah.
which, according to the Zombie Pie laws of absolute genre definition, means it cannot be
We are going on an
an
adventure.
game. Okay,
See,
then,
this is why when you and Jeff get angry when I suggest a game as an RPG, it's like there's roles and you're playing them. It's a role-playing game.
yeah, okay. Words mean
No.
nothing.
What? Oh, okay.
Words
Like,
mean
I'm
nothing
willing to
anymore.
say that Legend of Zelda is an RPG. We've already played
I
Legend of Zelda, so we've
know.
already put a stake through that.
No, that's so bad.
You're playing a role and gaining new items, and the items allow you to live vicariously. You are role-playing.
I'm
Dark Souls
roll-
is
The other
100%.
packages.
When I
an RPG.
masturbate to naked people
Dark Souls
on
is
the internet,
100% an RPG.
Yeah,
It has
Dark
stat
Souls is
distribution
an
and
arguably an
leveling,
RPG, but like,
Okay.
and then also playing roles and classes.
Okay, yeah, then,
Experimenting with different strategies to
let's
solve.
Let's look forward to Off the
Ordering
Deep
ahead of time,
Ends.
so all I have to do is ask for the order.
Off the Deep Ends, new episode on.
anyway, what is something that you two agree on then?
Oh, I said that
unlike
because I'm in a
Relkin,
call
we
with
both
Braden
like
DP,
original
and they
Sin
said
1
the
Unlike Relkin, we
opening
both
bit,
like
no one said the
Divinity
last
Original
bit, so I had to say it.
And we both like.
I think we're both in agreement that Original Sin 2 might actually be the new holder of what is the greatest CRPG.
Yeah.
I don't quite agree. I think Divinity Original Sin 2 is very, very, very good, but I don't know if it's like the greatest.
I mean, it's the CRPG that has everything in its quintessential CRPG-ness is undeniable. And like, what is the alternative?
It's
Like Baldur's Gate
Pillars.
2?
I like Pillars of Eternity 1 a lot.
Oh, okay. We can
If we're-
just go to a different Popeyes.
If we're gonna talk about a PoE RPG, there's a different game I
Popeyes,
picked.
No, you mean,
Path of
you mean
Exile.
Spreadsheets, the game. Mr.
Path of Exile-
I don't like
Path of
overly
Exile is an
complicated
RPG.
games.
Path of Exile is an RPG.
Yeah, it is. It's a loot game. Yeah.
Hey, Em and I are gonna go get some Popeyes. Y'all want anything?
I would love some, but
Chicken
I
sandwich, but spicy.
Thank you.
I think Em's saying that we can't share. I'm sorry, I tried.
Fuck. Get some seasoned fries.
You're gonna get... I'm not!
I heard that. Tell Em I heard that. That's fucked up. We're supposed to be friends. Repeat to the camera so is that other people who did not hear what Em just said.
M said, I said, don't take their order, you're gonna confuse yourself. Which is crazy out of pocket. I've never
That's
gotten my order
maybe
wrong at a fast food place.
The most
Ever.
passive-aggressive rebuke I've heard about fast food. Hey, Brayden, you know what this level reminds me of? The Desert City in Nier 1. Where you're on the platforms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
I've
stuff.
never played Nier 1.
Wait, you've never played Nier 1?
No.
I think you would like it.
I
Other
think
than
I probably
it's
would.
very Yoko. Other than the fact that it's very Yoko Taro.
Whatever. That's a pro for me. I'm not one of those people. Speaking of games that have received backlash, Nier Automata is good. I'm punching up.
Get that knife through that hole. So what you're saying is this is an adventure game because it's got puzzles.
I mean, Zelda is traditionally defined as action adventure.
Plus RPG.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of me masturbating very loudly.
I mean, you do you. You do whatever makes you happy.
I can't do what makes me happy.
And the GB Wiki finally dies. Are there any major sites still linking back to the GB Wiki like Twitch was for a long time?
No.
No, and honestly, that was a
Does
bit of a
Game
headache
Bomb
more
still
than it.
steal?
I don't know. I mean, the one thing that I always feel is that the API, they could have made money on the API back in the day.
Where's the third generator? Oh, it's over here?
Anyway, other CRPGs.
I mean, the dark truth is that all of my favorite CRPGs are too inaccessible for the common layperson. Because if you ask me how does one get into CRPGs, the answer is I don't know.
There really isn't a good starter.
Like,
I mean, DOS 2 is probably
yeah.
DOS 2 is the best starter, frankly.
I don't know if I would do that.
I mean, there isn't
Only
a good
because-
starter.
I mean, you guys mentioned Pillars of Eternity, so I think that that's a good start.
As someone
Here's
who
what I
played,
would say. Here's what I would say. What if you started with Tyranny? Because it's an easier, more palatable, smaller scope version of that. Or like maybe one of those Shadowrun games, probably Hong Kong.
sure.
Or
Should
Dragon
we be
Ball.
sad when the Giant Bomb Wiki finally dies? Well, the good thing is, I think the Giant Bomb Wiki, now that it's a fandom company,
So I would just say, if you're concerned about that, Giant Bomb Wiki does a lot of SEO. There's a lot of fucking images on that thing. Other than
Yeah.
that, I won't say anything.
now if only those images were of a pornographic nature.
No,
Alas,
but like,
someone took them all down.
if you want the top-down isometric style of CRPG, I hate to say it, you might want to consider starting with Disco Elysium.
Yeah, but combat?
I mean, none of those have especially great combat unless we're like thinking outside of the box with maybe Wasteland 3.
Well, Disco Elysium
mean,
is real big with terminally online internet leftists.
Can't say Pathfinder because Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous are too much for the average person.
Those games sold really well, though.
I
That's
mean,
the
they
weird
sold-
thing.
There are at least 1 million people who are into
There-
Pathfinder.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are into Pathfinder. Did you see when they were gonna change the Open Games license, how many people came to the defense of Pathfinder and Paizo? There was a period of time in my life when I would have maybe made the argument for Dragon Age Origins.
No, I can't make that argument anymore. Not since I replayed it during the pandemic.
I'm saying that there was
Yeah.
a period in my time when I would have made that argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of a beginner CRPG, Dragon Age Origins could be real good. I mean, we kind of have proof that it's real good. It's sold really well.
You
and-
know, if you're really gonna get into one of those, you should probably just start with Mass Effect. If you're gonna get into a BioWare style RPG,
Don't get into a BioWare style RPG. This is my new absolutist stance. Don't.
yeah, but Mass Effect 2 is really good.
Yeah, but then you'll be sad because then you'll play the rest of them.
I mean, look, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 as a complete package is a really good time. I know you were extremely disappointed in BioWare post KOTOR 1.
Listen, I'm just
But-
a weird, bitter, like, monster.
I would at least make the argument that like Mass Effect 2 is maybe the best game they've ever made, even if I don't consider it an RPG.
But you play a role in it, Chris.
Oh,
You
what about
play
Witcher?
the role of Commander
What if
Shepard.
now that I think about it, Witcher's real-time combat could be a bit of a barrier to entry for a lot of people.
The Witcher 3 also sold like fucking hotcakes, but
Yeah, but how many of those people actually finish that game?
how many people finish most games?
Well, let's look at achievement scores on Steam.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm kind of gravitating towards, like, Tyranny or Pillars 1.
You see, Pillars, as a beginner,
How many
so
video
Pillars
games?
1,
How many?
Pillars 1, let me speak real quick. Pillars 1 was the
Yeah, it's his
CRPG
stream.
I
Shut
played
the
first.
fuck up, Brayden.
But I've been doing this whole evening, starting to say something, and somebody else
I'm
interrupt
sorry,
me.
I'm very loud.
That's fine. Pillars 1 is the first CRPG I really played and finished a couple of years ago. And I don't think it's a good starter CRPG.
That's why I'm saying that Tyranny would be a better alternative.
Sure. I just think you should play something else. Something other than Pillars 1 first. I've not finished Tyranny.
It's real good, right up until the end.
Listen, it's on the list. I have so many games I need to play.
Actually, you know what? The ending of Tyranny is not that bad.
It's definitely a little bit of a like.
It's
can
the
see
Obsidian
rushed.
syndrome.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like a complete cliffhanger, as long as it wraps things up, at least something up, at least something major up, I think I'll be okay. But I'm going into it knowing that it's a game that you play for the journey, not the conclusion. Right,
How many video games do people finish? How many video games have we finished on our CRPG centric podcast?
What's the last CRPG you finished, Brayden?
Let me look at my list.
Pentiment.
I mean, Pentiment. I would not call Pentiment.
You wouldn't call Pentiment an RPG?
It's kinda, but it's like
I'm just trying to think of games that I know you've played that you've finished.
recently. Let's see.
I mean, you've played some tactics games.
I played most of the Solasta DLC,
Yeah.
which we should talk about that.
Solasta.
So
It's
Solasta,
running the D&D engine.
Solasta, it's this weird, sandbox 5e, but it's using the SRD, so they can't use all the fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
their
very perceptive, Commander Grit.
their expansion campaign is their attempt to
Let's cut to the
create a
chase.
sandbox campaign, and it is
Oh, I
one
did
of the
not
more
know about
delightfully janky things.
Okay, so I was gonna say I was not aware of this, or I forgot
Yeah,
about this.
their Lost Valley campaign is trying to be a sandbox, but hey, it's still a $20 DLC. So it's very funny because they don't quite have the budget for it.
Join me. in
Uh,
Black Hole.
Okay, I'm looking at the list of games I've played, and depends on if you would call Midnight Suns or King Arthur Knight's Tale a CRPG.
Yeah.
What about you, ZP?
I finished the most games out of the three of us on that fucking podcast.
I've finished multiple East games.
We'll
Yeah.
grind you to dust.
I think I was the only one who finished Tactics Ogre. Alright, let's go down the list. Might and Magic 6, you finished that.
Yeah,
and I
finished
did
that game.
too. Suikoden, we all finished that. Xenosaga, I'm just gonna go down the list if that's okay. Xenosaga,
Okay,
we all finished.
oh.
Etrian Odyssey 4, you finished Etrian Odyssey 4.
I did.
I was supposed to think about CRPGs.
I'm just gonna go down the list. So when we reach a CRPG, Grandia 2, we all finished. I finished Quest for Glory 1. I don't know if Braden did. Ogre Battle 64. I think I was the only person who finished that game. None of us finished Arcanum. None of us finished Ultima 4. I have finished Fire Emblem 1. I don't think I finished it for the podcast, though.
I have not finished the original version of that game.
Eternal Sonata, everyone finished it. NBA 2K16, technically we all finished it. None of us finished Legend of Dragoon. We all finished Dragon Quest 1. Digital Devil Monogatari. I don't think anyone finished it. I was really interested, but I just don't have time. Jeff's the only person who finished Hybrid Heaven. None of us finished Nox. None of us finished Bahamut Lagoon, except Relkin. No one finished Somabringer. I apparently got very close to finishing Ys 3, but I didn't do it. No one finished Gauntlet because you can't finish Gauntlet. I eventually finished Zelda 2, and I think Braden finished the ROM hack version of Zelda 2 as well.
Yeah.
Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, we've all finished. No one finished the Third Age console. None of us finished Legacy of the Wizard. I finished Quest 64. I don't know if Braden did. No one finished
no.
Arabian Nights.
You finished Quest 64?
It's not a long game, dude. Like, it's like
Like,
5
dude,
to 10
it's
hours.
not about length, it's about girth. It's about willpower and the ability to say I would like to spend multiple hours of my life playing more Quest 64.
I mean, it's not that long of a game.
I know it's not that long of a game.
Alright, anyways, I don't know why this is such a big deal. No one finished Arabian Nights. I think we've all finished Jade Empire.
Yeah.
Jeff is the only one of us that finished the Super Spy. I didn't finish the Third Age, the handheld version. Lord only knows if Jeff has actually finished the Tower of Duraga, but I sure as fuck didn't. I didn't finish Revengers of Vengeance. Did you finish Revengers of Vengeance?
Absolutely not.
Am finished Draken and none of us did.
Yeah, I bought Emma game because she finished Draken.
No one finished Ruins of Myth Draenor. I didn't finish Virtual Highlight. I don't know if Braden did.
No.
I got the furthest into Secret of the Stars, but I did not finish. I got the furthest into Aiden Chronicles, the First Mage, but I did not finish. And obviously no one finished Unlimited Saga. Resident Evil 4 is technically an RPG.
What?
You play a role.
But Mass Effect 2 not RPG.
I'm
Don't
just
get
gonna
me all
Google recent RPGs.
Underrail. Have you finished Underrail, Chris?
Super snap.
Did you finish Underrail?
No. I played it for 5 hours, said, this seems cool, and then never played any more of it.
Okay.
When I Google recent RPGs, I get. Gonna skip that one. What is
Oh yeah,
Atlas
Hogwarts
Fallen?
Legacy. Did you play? Did you finish Hogwarts Legacy, Braden?
Fuck you.
Atlas Fallen has still not come out, right?
System Shock remake is supposed to come out the end of this month.
I will
It's
probably.
gonna go.
Wait, did you play Diablo 4, Braden?
That's not out yet.
Oh, it's not? I thought it did.
No, the beta.
Oh, right. Are you gonna finish and are you gonna play and finish Starfield?
It's going to be on Game Pass, so probably.
I will probably buy it.
I also, I seem to recall your stance that modern Bethesda games are not CRPGs either.
I said that about Skyrim. I don't know if I said that about...
Starfield is going to be even less of a CRPG than Skyrim. Guaranteed.
Do you consider Destiny an RPG? I sure
It's
do.
kind of an MMORPG. More of a loot game, loot RPG, the Diablo-ish thing than anything.
Only RPGs I like are RPGs.
Anyway, Octopath Traveler 2 came out this year, and that's a real good game.
Yeah, I'll get around to it. When I'm done with Bravely Default 2.
Are you playing that, or?
I played the first hour.
What is your process for actually finishing games?
My attention span is a hell.
So I was asking ZP, because I've gotten a little bit better about it over the years, but I'm still really not great at it.
Could you say that again? I've been reading this GoFundMe campaign for someone who had to have their gallbladder removed because they ate heavily branched pizza slices.
Oh boy. As someone who's had their gallbladder removed.
I'm a very healthy person and I ate some heavily branched pizza slices. Next thing you knew, I was so sick I needed to be in the emergency room. It was really, really bad and scary. I didn't know who I was for almost a day. Ended up in the hospital with serious food poisoning and an IV.
No, I was just asking, like, you seem to have finished a lot of games. What is your process for actually finishing a game?
I've already put X number of hours. I gotta see it to the end.
Okay.
Oh, so it's the same process that leads to you finishing the worst adventure games.
I mean, I'm going to finish that game. I'm going to finish Commander Blood.
I'm not doubting you.
You don't need to judge me. All I ask is that you send your prayers.
So it's literally just a strong belief in the sunk cost fallacy. Okay.
It's not even a sunk cost. It's like, it's there. Why not get it?
Sidewinder!
Some of these animations I actually kind of like.
I like the art style in this game. People are like, it looks like a Flash game. It's like, no, I like the CO portraits in this game. I think the people who complain about it are wrong.
I just want to say that, unlike, you know, Brayden, if I had started off with a video game, I wouldn't walk away.
Yeah, because you enjoy hurting yourself.
You know, I would never leave my audience in the cold.
I would. Fuck them. They didn't subscribe to me at twitch.tv/arbitrarywater in order to get the geometric shaped TBD of dubious character action games.
I'm just flabbergasted by you.
Why?
When are you gonna finish Shadow Hearts Covenant?
Am I gonna finish Shadow Hearts Covenant?
See? I would never betray my audience like that.
I
What was that really weird 360?
I already played DMC2. I don't have to play
What
it
was
again.
that? No. It was a Japanese RPG, but it was by a Korean developer, and it had women that had really unrealistic proportions. Magna Carta?
Sure.
Magna Carta. You remember Magna Carta?
No.
Look up Magna Carta 2.
I I think I'm aware of the art in
My weapons
these
ain't
games.
just for show.
I mean, it probably looks like every bit of horny anime art
Every
ever.
single Korean MMO ever made.
Yeah, it does look like a Korean MMO.
Cause it's made by a Korean dev. Yeah, all of these character designs are peak Korean MMO. Just like both overly elaborate and horny at the same time. Ooh, especially this. Love this official art. I love when official art for character designs gives the female characters erect nipples, because that's how you know the person doing the character designs primarily
know
draws
what they're selling.
pornography.
They know what they're selling. They have an audience, and they are there to serve that audience.
Yeah.
Anyway, the only Magna Carta I represent is believe in is the one that represents the rights of man.
But only men.
Commander!
Are you gonna stream today?
Do you want me to?
Do you want to finish Commander Blood?
I'm not gonna finish it, but I can make a dent in it. Ooh, they gave a boob jiggle.
I think it's just
Welcome to
live
my-
2D jiggle.
I think that's just the character
Seriously?
model moving.
Them boobies moved up and down and left to right.
But the whole model is moving up and down and left to right.
If the boobs
And so
sway,
these people
that's a
make
jiggle.
Shantae, if they want the boobs to jiggle, they'll make them jiggle. And you'll know
Them
it.
boobies were moving.
See, one of the things I like about Advance Wars 2
Yes.
is that
I love how
Fucking roads.
I love how canonically this is Olaf's hometown and they just completely ruined it. And he's like, "You destroyed my home," and it's like, "I did it for fun." It's like, yes. Isn't it funny how this character gets a redemption arc in the last couple of episodes of
we don't
this
talk
campaign?
Hey, listen, people love Dual Strike. I also here's my genuine sentiment.
Yeah. Oh, I see you sped up the animations. That's a good call.
Yeah, no, because listen, I like the animation.
I'm actually shocked they allow you to do that.
They did in the original.
Alright, let me get things booted up. I'll just prepare things, as I normally do. Because Braden's being close-minded.
I never said anything close-minded.
He's judging me for my life
I've
choices.
never judged you for any of your
You
bad
have
life
absolutely
choices.
judged me for my life choices.
Self-harm.
You're so full of shit
Under the
right
guise
now.
of making a goof. Or
I mean, if you're gonna lie to your audience, like, at least say something daring.
if
something
you
beyond the
subscribe to twitch.tv/arbitrarywater and we get enough subscribers, I will do something. Maybe it's something.
Face reveal?
No, absolutely not.
You
We're
have
gonna-
to be making pay dirt.
Yeah,
before you
no.
get face reveal.
If you want to see my goddamn face, that's
Fuck you, pay me.
fuck you, pay me money. I have no interest in showing my face off for the internet unless this is a living. Hey guys, here's my advanced rules tip. They always try to go for your APCs.
I don't mean this in a... Go ahead. I was gonna say, I don't mean this in a bad way, but this looks like junk food strategy game.
Eh.
I mean,
Like-
you know, it's meant for a portable console. It's meant to be bite-sized. I'll turn on the animation, you savages. Is this what you want?
I just want to say that for me personally, I understand that people like to have a weird mix of Fog of War missions and no Fog of War missions, but I feel like this game is so much more enjoyable when it has Fog of War.
So, the fun thing about going back to Advance Wars 1 specifically, is how many of those, how many of that game's maps for the campaign are just basically puzzle missions.
Yeah. I feel like that was like the direction
some
that
of
they
them
were
just
going.
suck real bad.
Yeah. Well, again, the big problem I have with Advanced Wars 1 is that it is a lot of the most ho-hum, by the numbers map designs, just big squares.
So there's less of
Big
that.
rectangles.
No, there's less of that than you remember.
Really?
Yes. Like, a lot of the maps in Advance Wars 1 are...
Rectangles and squares.
I mean, yes, because all of these maps are rectangles and squares. But no, a lot of the maps in Advance Wars 1 are very much, they're very much puzzle maps. They're very much, hey motherfucker, we hope you find this rocket battery in this forest. Like, there's a lot more pre-deployed maps in the first game.
People like this evil CO because she's got a halter top.
Yeah.
She shows her belly button.
And are you gonna slut shame her for it?
No. When did I ever... don't put words in my mouth. I'm Relkin. Don't put words in my mouth!
It's fine. Falcon is playing tricks.
He was in chat a little while ago.
Yeah, but he's playing tricks now.
That was a sign of love.
I love Rocket.
I
Yeah, the wrong.
My thing is like this game has some like pretty serious balance issues.
This seems like a tougher encounter.
Yeah, no.
She is wiping you off the map.
So I forget, Brayden, are they still gonna make you like capture specific cities to get the Neo tanks for each faction?
Oh, you mean, let's say this specific city right here?
Yeah.
In order
Do you
to
still
get
need
the
to do that?
secret mission?
Yeah.
So, for Advance Wars 1,
Yes.
you no longer have to do the special conditions for the secret missions in that game.
Okay, but are they still there?
I'm back.
Yes, the Sonya
Hi.
missions are still there.
Okay.
And
But they don't get you anything?
no, because you unlock the COs by default now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You don't
That's
have
great.
to. You don't have to beat all of the Green Earth missions as Sammy in order to unlock Eagle.
God, that was such a... Ugh.
Because
Okay,
some of those
but-
missions are real fucked up.
They are so fucked up. But also, do you have to capture specific cities to get the secret mission so that you
In
can have
two?
Neo
Yes.
tanks? Fuck that!
It doesn't matter. They're secret missions. You should get them anyway.
I mean, yes.
Anyone playing this game in Year of Our Lord current year
Already knows about all of
already
these
knows
missions.
about them. Because
I-
Zoomers ain't talking about Advance Wars.
Hey guys, I got a TikTok. Follow it if you need just cool
Hey
tips and
guys,
tricks in
welcome
terms of how to beat
to Aqua Random on TikTok.
Strom.
I've got some cool Tears of
Eagle,
the Kingdom.
this is
I
how
made
you
this vehicle. It looks
exploit
like a
him.
penis.
Did you know if you're having a hard time with Kanbei,
having a hard time with Kanbei.
Just make them bleed money. Take
Yeah.
all the cities.
Yeah, no, just...
King Elfo, drive plane crusade.
Wallachia. Is that a thing?
Hell he is, I just have to find him.
See, I know my medieval kingdoms. Crusade in... Or maybe it's this city you have to take. I forget.
Give me a minute.
Ah, Wallachia.
Oh,
Okay,
wait.
Wallachia is actually a kingdom. Which bit of Wallachia should I play?
Can you be Transylvania?
I could be Targovishta.
All this is just making me think of that Castlevania TV show. They say the name Targovishta a lot.
Well, yeah, it's like the primary location that the first season takes place in.
Yeah. Anyway, that Castlevania show's really good. Just plugging that.
One
First
way I'll
season is
watch
great. The second season has a pretty slow start at the beginning until you get to the end arc, but it eventually gets there.
I never actually saw the fourth season. I saw the third one, and then was like, I'll
Man,
watch
that
the
final fight in season 2 is maybe one of my favorite.
It's
Just
Yes.
very
set pieces
good.
like
That's
that.
where all the
Oh my
animation
god,
budget went.
that
Yes,
final
that is-
fight in season 2 makes all of season 2 100% worth the
The final
patience.
fight
Where's the part where
season-
it's just vampires sitting around being grumpy?
I thought season 3 was real interesting. It's very weird.
I mean, I think they knew that they had to do something different, so they did something different.
I have never seen the third one.
It is also very depressing the way they decide to end it.
Yeah.
Just
Season-
nobody has a good time.
Yeah, season 3, Brayden is essentially just all of the main characters finding out that killing Dracula, changed nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling
Well,
me
Dracula!
I should be more fair. I should be more clear. It's all the main characters except Trevor. Trevor already knew.
Yeah. Wait, you're telling me a Garth Ennis joint
He's depressing and dark.
might be like kind of nihilistic?
Oh, okay. So Transylvania is a duchy.
Yes.
So I will eventually be able to claim Transylvania,
Okay.
but I will be starting in the county of Targovishta. Should I play as the guy who's already here, or should I make a new dub?
Listen, I keep on being like, I should play Crusader Kings, and then I don't.
You should play Crusader Kings.
Because I know, because I've been looking at that season pass, the first season pass, and going, like a fool, like an absolute imbecile.
You should play Crusader Kings right now, on stream.
No, I'm playing Advanced Wars.
What if you played Commander Blood? See? You're speechless. How many games make you speechless like that? Now you gotta put Commander Blood on that list.
I mean, Commander Blood is great because at multiple points, just between you showing me what that game actually was to seeing it for the first time, it's just
so
like...
I found out we did not need to do the space collection shit as much as I did it. That just allows us to get fuel for the ship, and then once we get the upgrade to get the bucket, we can start selling the the resources that are the fish in space as money, which we're gonna need to do.
You're so
But anyways,
Terrain tactics.
Strain tactics stuff.
anyways.
I don't remember what this one does.
Anyway, Lionheart said he's seen a
Tears of the Kingdom.
Gundam, Tears of the Kingdom Gundam. I need to look that up here in a minute.
So do you think that Tears of the Kingdom will spawn another Hyrule Warriors game?
God, I hope not.
Wait, I didn't hear that. Did you say
Yeah.
yes or no?
I hope not.
Because you want another one of those Fire Emblem Muso games.
Listen, me, noted Fire Emblem stan.
Well, all right.
Your reaction to that game! Oh boy!
There is video
Did you
reaction.
save that? Please tell me you saved that.
Yes, that's a clip on my Twitch channel. If you want me to go, what the fuck? Very loudly. When I realize what it is. Because I was doing a Nintendo Direct watch along as a goof.
Okay, so I am part of the area.
That's a shame. Not a lot going on in Bulgaria.
Not a lot going on in Bulgaria.
They are one of the poorest countries. The poorest country in the EU?
Is that not Greece?
I mean, Greece is a mess, and also
Yeah,
Greece.
Bulgaria.
But Greece still has like olive oil and a burgeoning tourism industry.
When was the last time you said to yourself, man, I want to go tour Bulgaria?
Yeah, everyone.
That's not, if you are Bulgarian, I'm not saying that as an insult.
Shoutouts to all of our Bulgarian viewers. We love you, and we love the national dish of Bulgaria, which is, I believe, some kind of cheese. Or is it a yogurt? It's like a...
Station. Okay, click. Oh!
Not my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Thank you.
Why am I gonna try? Oh, right. I started I did an 1800. I did an 800 start. Of course, I'm a fucking tribal guy. Duh. Okay. So this is new. So your men-at-arms now have to be stationed in a specific province, and they get a bonus depending on where they're stationed.
I'm nodding my head.
You know what? I want some light cavalry. Okay, hold on. Actually, I just want to say this. I love that playing as this particular culture has. I already took care of that. Designated guardian. What are you good at, kid? Diplomacy. playing as this particular culture gives me a light cavalry men at arms special unit that is going to take significant penalties anywhere I take it, because it's not good anywhere except plains, and there are no plains nearby me. Building. So I can only have one thing.
I do wish these Advanced Wars Remasters had like a rewind feature,
Yeah,
like the Fire Emblem games of recent.
I've seen a lot of people say that there are quality of life additions to the Fire Emblem games they wish were dead.
Anyway, I just saw a video of a dude who built a giant mech in Tears of the Kingdom.
Is it the
And-
dick one?
No, I did see a picture earlier of someone who built a giant mech and just had a giant fire spewing penis sticking out of it. But
Yeah.
no, this is an actual like combat mech that's murdering things. Anyway, that seems incredible.
Yeah.
That
Something-
engine doesn't seem like it should be able to do that.
Yeah,
but okay.
it's something that leads me to believe that this is people making something out of nothing, that none of this was intentional, that all of this is players brute forcing it. But, you know, God bless them.
I think that Nintendo saw all of those videos of people doing weird shit with Breath of the Wild and said, what if we made a game around that?
Oh, Daisy couldn't defeat me.
I kinda wish that they would have had the Breath of the Wild toolset also in this game.
Stop quoting Jeff Gerstmann. Listen, Jeff Gerstmann hates just like very actually miserable.
I'm amazed he got past the tutorial. Also, I think I do agree with the general sentiment that the tutorial in the game is not good.
They tried to do the same thing that Breath of the Wild did, and it still takes like 3 or 4 hours when really it should have taken like an hour at most.
And boy, is there a lot of talking in that tutorial.
Yeah.
I understand from the perspective of it is a more esoteric tool set they're giving you, but also
Yeah.
look at that smug lash. Kids love smug lash.
They should get you into that game a lot faster than they do.
I think we're also all poisoned by how quickly you can get off the Great Plateau if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and this one kind of forces you to stay up there until
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
But no, I think the reason the Great Plateau is so big and so long is because it's an introduction to their whole physics sandbox. A lot of the people playing Tears of the Kingdom already know how the basic rules of the sandbox work. They just need to be introduced to the new stuff.
It's Nintendo, so they will not assume that.
I know. But it's fine. It's not really... Look, man, if you play that tutorial and that's where you quit because it's too long, Tears of the Kingdom probably wasn't the game for you anyway.
You already lost. I just now that Ralph's gone, I can also say the thing about this game about Tears of the Kingdom that really just
Is what dropped out.
what it really just validates me about is y'all fuckers never gave Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts its due.
Oh, absolutely. I'm there with you. You know what? I feel like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was justified when Minecraft actually became a thing.
Yeah.
I actually really like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
I mean, they made a game that was based around building like 4 or 5 years too early.
Yeah. If that game had come out in 2011, it would have been.
No, but Braden, JonTron said that the game's the betrayal of fans of Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2.
JonTron is a white supremacist. Fuck him. That's the end of that conversation.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's the end of that. Yo, fuck JonTron.
The man is literally the children of Iranian immigrants, and he's still like, actually, we should be keeping.
How are we
the
gonna
races
get
separate.
rid of all these people bringing crime in the inner cities? It's like, you can shut the fuck up. But no, I remember that was the first video that popularized the idea that Nuts and Bolts is a betrayal. Like, oh my god, they make fun of the fact that platformers are rote and repetitious. They didn't make a platformer, therefore bad.
Who the fuck am I even declaring war on here?
JonTron.
Just everyone. JonTron, yeah.
Anyway,
I'm declaring war. JonTron, I'm calling you out.
See how
You're
well that
going
goes.
to. You make more money from one video than I will ever make in my entire time playing these games. But also, I dislike you. Yeah, take that.
I mean, if you really want to depress yourself, which I really recommend you don't do this. Do not do this. Look at how many subscribers and views per video that Nick Robinson has on YouTube.
Nah, because I don't want to depress myself.
Don't do it.
Listen,
I don't know.
if I had no principles, I'm not going to pretend I wouldn't go for the reactionary grift. Just be like, the women's. They're gonna.
Nick
ruin
Robinson
your
was
video game."
someone who was a part of. He was a part of that network that Adam Sessler was a part of. What was it like? Not I Am 8-Bit, but one of those. And he was a former intern of Giant Bomb.
He worked at Polygon.
And Polygon. And then multiple women came out that he sexually harassed them.
Being a creep, and he issued a half apology, and then basically faced no other consequences besides getting fired.
He got fired and then immediately started a Patreon that led to him making thousands of dollars per year or month.
Rev 3? Is that the thing?
Rev 3,
That's
that
what
I
was
was
the one.
thinking.
It was something 3. I saw a few of their reviews.
Speaking of people I don't want to talk about, Adam
Adam
Sessler? Why not?
Oh yeah, Adam Sessler's a glorious
Adam
asshole.
Sessler, what happened to Adam, basically Adam Sessler, the internet ruined Adam Sessler and broke his brain.
I mean, someone saying, hey, Adam, like, going through some old episodes of G4, and some of the stuff you said about JRPGs is really culturally insensitive and feels like you're doing stuff that feels borderline on Yellow Panic. And he's like, you're fucking bringing this politically correct stuff, and you're gonna hurt humor.
It wasn't it wasn't that. It's just like, oh wow, you fucking nerds and losers. Like, dude, just even when X-Play
Lost
was
his
still,
shit on a very simple thing of like, hey, this doesn't feel right.
Hey, yeah, somebody, guess what? Here's the secret. G4.
Very anti-women. It still amazes me that when they rebooted the network and they brought like Olivia Wilde and Morgan
Olivia
Webb, they're
Munn
like,
back.
G4 was a
Olivia Wilde,
place
but
for
It was
women
not,
empowerment.
it was
It's
not Olivia Wilde, director of Don't Worry,
like,
Darling.
no, not Olivia Wilde, fucking Olivia Munn. And they're like, G4 was ahead of the curve. We had women on the front, and we were empowering women in games. It's like, you literally were constantly asked to jiggle your boobs in front of the camera multiple times. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
They had Morgan Webb and who else?
Olivia Munn.
Oh.
I
Anyway.
believe, isn't she married to a football player?
Yes. She doesn't need to work television ever again because they're both very rich.
But yeah, no, the secret is that G4 is bad. And
Yeah, it's always been bad.
And
What
the nostalgia
something
for
that's
G4 is misplaced nostalgia for the mid-aughts.
I mean, for a lot of
Okay.
people, we should differentiate this. Tech TV was good.
Okay, but how do you feel about, let's say, their rendition of Takeshi's Castle that they overdubbed? Because I bet that holds up real good.
Guy Ledouche, that actually was, that was not them.
Okay.
That was, fucking Mad TV's original network. What was that called? It was like TNT, Spike. That was actually Spike.
Okay, I'm sorry, I get Spike and G4 mixed up.
They did popularize American Ninja Warrior, which I will still say is maybe the net positive G4, because I think American Ninja Warrior is actually good.
But I like it when it's tiny Japanese men with these things. Instead of, like... The fun thing about Ninja Warrior is when they have an American guy on it, and he's just way too big for the challenges, and so he's not agile enough.
I remember there was one year where they sent the American Gymnastics Olympiad team to Ninja Warrior because they were training in Japan. It's like, go be on a wacky television show, and they actually did surprisingly well.
Yeah, that checks
I mean,
out.
they were a gymnastics team. Why is that surprising?
Well, it's just, you know, you'd think that, I don't know, exactly what Braden said is big American, not so good for Japanese size
Obstacle
things.
courses.
I mean, there are small Americans.
That's the name of my new HBO show, Small Americans.
There are small Okay. Is it literally just about people who are under 6 feet?
That's
Or-
me.
It's
Show for me.
about all of the VTubers I watch who are clearly small women in real life.
Hey, my dude's on a hunt right now.
Uh-huh.
Should I sleep with this peasant lady I found in a mountain cabin?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, ZP, are you gonna start up?
Yeah, okay. We can do this. Alright, let's fucking do this. I'm gonna play a questionable video game.
I'm gonna take a walk and then I will be back.
Alright, let's go ahead and boot up some weird dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I remember not playing this game and thinking to myself, I don't want to play this.
Yeah, but you continue to do so.
Yeah, but I continue to do so because I have standards.
Yeah, because you like
You
hurting
already-
yourself.
It's not about hurt. It's about doing a service.